And we're finally back.
We're back.
This is fun.
This is exciting.
I'm glad. Cheers.
Cheers to the new year.
Cheers. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Oh.
Just shatters everywhere.
Yes, glass breaking. So how was your New Year's?
It was good. I know that people who are watching this right now are super stoked that you're drinking an espresso because shit goes down when Grace drinks this espresso.
Damn. I hope it do.
I hope it do too.
I really do. I miss everybody. I hope everybody's good and their New Year's was great. That was my birthday, actually. No one wished me a happy birthday, Cody.
Yeah, I had no idea.
No one did. No, I was like, okay.
Okay. Well, fuck all y'all.
I called the police department. I was like, hey, you know what today is?
I'm going to murder somebody.
Yeah, today my birthday. They was like, well, happy birthday, but how can we help you? I was supposed somebody to wish me happy birthday. I hung up. And they called me back. This is a non-emergency line? We were just making sure if you're okay. I was just calling because it's my birthday. So I called every police precinct. Somebody could just wish me happy.
Hold on, you just called 911?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not like a specific number, like for the lobby?
No, 911.
No, not an extension.
No.
Just straight 911.
911.
What's your emergency? Well, it's my birthday.
Yeah, today's no, for real, dead ass. And they said don't do that. And then they connected.
I could have told you don't do that.
And
Grace.
then they connected me to the 77th police scene on 77th and Broadway, and they were like, "What's your emergency?" I said, "Today's my birthday," and no one wished me a happy birthday. And they were like, "This is not an emergency." I said, "Yes, it is. My heart broke." And they were like, "Happy birthday," and I was like, "Thanks." And I just hung up, and I just kept getting different calls from different police stations all day.
Oh, so they ended up calling you back?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Oh, so you've done this before?
Yeah.
Don't act like this is the first time you've done
I even got like an electronic Starbucks gift card. Yeah,
but from who? From one of the cops?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Officer Venezuela. Whatever his name is, but I can't say your name, sir, but thank you.
Venezuela is the closest you're going to get.
That's the closest. He fine as hell, too.
Started with a V, don't know how it ends.
They said that was not an emergency, but I said, but y'all do shit no ways. It's like,
right.
It,
yeah, I'll give you something to do.
Yeah, call me back.
Yeah, call me back. 4
different police. The Rampart police station called me.
Rampart.
The 77 police station called me. And I did not know downtown LA there's a police station called the police station. It doesn't have a name.
Wow.
It's called the police station downtown LA. Shout out to the police station downtown LA. Y'all guys are awesome.
I went to the original one.
Yeah, and Officer Young on 108th at the police station on 100. Shout out to you, Officer Young. He used to be one of the front desk people when he first got started. He's so fine. And I would call just to like hear his voice, like, oh, I want to do an online police report and I need help. Those motherfuckers are hard to do, like online police reports.
Right.
They're, like, have you ever done one before?
No, but I can only imagine a bunch of questions.
Yeah, and then it's weird. It doesn't let you do anything over $10,000. It has to be under $10,000. So when I would try to do, like, let's say if you lose your ID or something, you could do it online instead of going to the police station. And then it's very stereotypical because when I put my address in, it says it doesn't handle that division. And I'm like, so can I do one at all? Like, and it's like, no, you have to come down to the station.
Even the online forums being racist.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? So I tried it. It didn't work for my address. So I was like, whatever. So
that's funny.
Shout out to Officer Young. Fine.
Officer Young, that fine ass.
That fine, man, he fine as hell. I used to call him all types of excuses like, oh, my neighbor's snake got loose and he's crawling around the yard. Who can I call? Made up all types of lies so he could come by.
Wow.
One time he did when he got off at 5 o'clock. They closed the front, like, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. They closed the lobby at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So you can't call past 7 to do a police report. You got to go in person.
Interesting.
Officer Young got off at 7 that day, and I was there. And he says, "You're always here." I said, "You too."
Well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, we gonna do. And he wouldn't go out on a date with me. He had a girlfriend. She worked at the other police station as a receptionist.
Got it. I'm pretty sure I know where this story goes now.
Yeah. Her name's Brittany.
You called that place up real quick.
I said, Brittany, it's me, Grace. Officer Young friend.
I'm going to take him Monday through Friday.
Yeah, she just was a stupid bitch and hung up.
You know, that's one thing I admire about you.
What, persistence?
Yeah, that too.
What is it? What you admire?
Brutal honesty when it comes to a man.
Why not?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, come on. I think it would save a lot of marriages and relationships.
Why? Yeah. Because a lot of women don't realize that their man's not happy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Grace is like, and I always find it.
And I do. I always find the most unhappiest ass men. I don't know why. Like,
yeah. And then you're like, you know what? Maybe let me help you out with your woman and get her out of your life.
Yeah. And it don't work.
And then the woman's mad at you.
You know what's funny? God.
You're just doing the Lord's work
I'm
over
doing
here.
it. You know, and you know what? Somebody was like, oh, you know, that's wrong to cheat. Let me tell you a secret. I don't go looking for nobody, man. Every man, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all a secret.
Yeah.
Y'all better check the motherfucking inboxes. You better check the motherfucking inboxes because I could be outside and it's so strange. It's always somebody goddamn husband. And how I end up finding out they with somebody is like they'll do this. They'll come over my house and they'll put their phone down like that. They'll lay the phone flat.
All
so
face
I can't,
down. Yeah.
And I'm like, call your bitch. Stop playing with me.
Right.
Like, and it's like, that's none of your business, but you in my house. Like,
right.
if I go outside and she walk up on me, I'm hitting her in the mouth and I'm hitting you too. So I just, rule of thumb, Grace fights.
Grace
fights. Don't walk up on me talking about you gonna slap me and all that, because I fight. And it just is what it is. I think 2023 gonna be like about a lot of ass whoopings and bluntness this year. And I think everybody should be blunt. And whoop ass. Like if somebody coming at you foul, save you up some bail money. That's that's always been my prerogative. You know,
don't just let the Russians and Ukrainians fight each other. Get your shit out.
Fucked up. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was the most craziest thing I seen is when somebody was having a birthday party and they just straight shot a missile through their shit. Ukraine and Russia got some shit going on.
Was it in Ukraine?
Yes, and the family was in there partying and the shit they whole got. Happy birthday gone. Talking about they didn't know it was nobody in there. That's an apartment building. The light was shining. It was doing their own
the
birthday.
Lights were on.
I swear to God, that's why you didn't see it.
This was at 7 p.m.
And the family was just in there having a good old birthday party.
Oh, man.
Boom. Oh, they just sitting there. Their dog, God forgive me, dog done fell down the goddamn hole. I said, God damn. Like,
I mean, at a certain point, you can't report on the news and take it serious.
God damn.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, but it's just like, all you could do is say, damn, like,
right.
Life is hard right now. Let me tell you something. I went inside the store and listen to me. Well, I live by myself and I love to cook. And when I do have one of y'all fine ass individuals at my house, I like to feed you. I'm going to feed you if you come over. I'm going to feed you and I'm going to fuck you and I'm going to send you about your way because I don't like all that.
That's
getting
respect.
Comfortable for 2 days shit. I got to really like you for you to be at my house for more than the goddamn day. But point being,
isn't that wild though? But like, just to cut you off for a second, when you're a kid and you're thinking about, when I sleep with a man, it's gonna be romantic and we're gonna spend.
I ain't never thought that, but go ahead.
Okay,
sorry.
Well, I've never thought this either. I've never thought about sleeping with a man. But you know, it's like when you're thinking about like being with somebody intimately, you're like, well, then everything else is going to be great too.
The music on, Michael Bolton playing in
Michael
the background.
Bolton.
Tell me all about it. Tell me all the plans and big.
And
I
then
could make love to that, but
then, well, that's great.
Not to that.
Oh, you can't do that?
I mean, Michael Bolton screaming while you getting honey poured down the crack of your ass.
No.
Tell me all about it. Tell me all the plans and big. Like that's romantic to you? No, sticky ass honey or lager beer.
But anyways, you kind of put them together. Like, oh, I could be intimate with this person, and then also I could spend all day with them. And then you realize that is not always the case.
That is not.
Hardly ever the case.
No.
And then if it is the case, that's when you get married.
Really, Cody? People get married?
Well, that's when you stay with somebody. Is when both of them work out. I don't think I'm
going to get married.
No. I'm just saying. But that's when you stay with somebody. Is like when both of them are good.
Yeah.
When the sex is good, right? The intimate part of the relationship, and then the everything else part of the relationship. Because that's usually just 3 hours at a time.
Oh, I barely get that, Cody.
Did you see that video I sent you? Where that woman was dog walking that guy.
Oh, yeah, that BDSM.
And slapped him. He said, oh, honey, that's too hard. That's too hard.
That BDSM.
She's like, sit down, dog. And he's like, okay. He puts the bit back in.
Honey, that's
hilarious.
BDSM.
I don't know why I thought of you.
Cody, that's another.
I know that's your thing.
That's my, I'll beat some ass. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll beat your ass, dog. Like,
here's the thing. Why aren't we going into this business model?
BDSM?
Yeah, why haven't we delved into this?
Because people aren't ready. Okay.
People aren't ready.
Okay, I think this is the most maturest way I'm gonna be right now. Like,
okay.
BDSM, because I feel like it's a lot of mental health shit going on.
Oh, for sure. I don't think that's the
Before you
healthiest.
get into BDSM, I tell anybody, study it, because you don't know if you're sadomasochistic.
Masochist, yeah.
Whatever, or whatever, masochist, whatever. Shit. Or what is it? BDSM has different. You don't know if you're a dom.
Right.
You don't know if you're a sub. You don't know if you're both.
You don't know if you like inflicting pain, and you don't know if you like receiving it.
Yeah, because I'm
Grace, you're not a receiver.
Hell
you're a
no.
giver.
I couldn't, because I'm honestly say I had met my match. And I had to, I had to tell him he has to, when he first, here we go. I just recently, God, why we have to go down this? I just recently.
We don't have to.
Well, we can. I just recently, I just recently got out of a sexual situation. I'm going to call it a sexual.
Because it wasn't a relationship.
In his head, it was.
Okay.
And in his head, he still thinks it. Cause and he has two girlfriends.
Rightfully so.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
So basically, when I met him, he had a girlfriend.
Right.
And I'm respectful. Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, when you're done with this situation, let me know.
Right.
All right. I didn't know that he was into all the theatrics I'm into. You know what I mean? Like I'm into some shit.
Right.
I'm dead ass. I'm into some shit.
Like
so
cooking for the man and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm
like
very
that.
catering, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
when it's time for that ass to get whooped. Somebody getting their ass whooping is for damn sure ain't gonna be me. So when I got to know him, we started being intimate. He has the whole set. I call it the slavery kit. He got a whole, excuse me for using that word, but God, ain't no other way I could describe that shit. It was like he had a whole plantation. Shit, I was like, God damn.
He was ready for punishment.
He was ready for some corporal punishment. He had like the bull whip. I said, this some shit from the 1800s. I'm talking about like he
Rusty hooks.
Man, look, I said, hey, no. Like, I'm not doing, no, not me. Not I.
I'll use that for you.
Yeah, but not for me.
He's like,
but
now, Grace.
But the thing about it was
a little bit of compromise.
And he tried, boy. He did.
He's like, I want to beat your ass.
He tried
with all the care in my heart
to complete submission. He tried, and I'm telling you, like I had to warn him. I'm like, look, because I didn't.
If I start swinging,
yeah,
and you go unconscious.
He knew, and the thing about it was, you have to know your own strength. He's a big old guy, and he was a little too rough. Like, he hit too hard, and I'm like, yo, it was getting to the point I was getting like. Put your damn hand down. Like, I don't like all that. And then he was going into other ventures that Grace don't do. Grace don't want to do. Grace don't want to go there. And I have been respectful the whole time. Like, hey, I don't do this.
You got a list?
Oh, honey, I got a big list what Grace don't do.
Yeah.
But
anything you won't do.
I'm gonna put to you like this.
To someone else.
Put it like this. Okay, let's just say not to be. Okay, I don't know.
A lot of list of things I will not allow someone to do.
Okay, if it's anal. You can't have no third stick big as a horse thinking that's going to go where no man has gone before. It ain't happening.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying? It has to be a sensible penis for me to and his shit wasn't sensible. You understand me? I'm being
sensible.
dead. Man, no, I'm dead ass. Like,
I want to see this contract.
Like,
I want to see the verbiage
like this man,
in this contract.
I'm telling you, this man was hung. Like, I'm not lying. And I'm cool. Like, no disrespect, but like, he wanted to go where no man has gone before. And I said, look, Scotty.
Jesus.
You could do that with them other two women, but not with me. So
yeah. And he was like not taking no for an answer.
Oh, he tried. So basically, he started liking me, and I started liking him.
Yeah.
And I was telling him the same thing I'm telling everybody else now. I was teaching him you have to know what BDSM you're into, because he didn't know if because I ain't gonna say where he going, but he going another way that I ain't fucking with. Yeah. So point being, I go to his house. And he invites another girl over there. He ain't my boyfriend. Let me clear that up. He's not my boyfriend. He had a girlfriend, and I don't know. Two. He's got two now.
Yeah.
Man, he had that girl hung up on like a cross. I went up there. He had a whole crucifix. I swear to fucking God, I'll take a picture. He took his TV off the wall and made
to hang her.
Man, she was hung upside down. He was beating her feet, beating the fuck out of her. Like, oh God. Couldn't be me. He said, and he's like, I like you and I love you, and somebody has to take this punishment. And that's when I'm like, I couldn't be with him.
Yeah. Well, I think that was.
Can you see
that's
my
a
fat
good
ass
hard
leg?
line.
Hang up on no, for real. Everything. No offense to him. Like, he's a sweet guy. I mean, he would make look. I told him that 2 years. I said, give me 2 years. The only reason why I said in 2 years, because he got the girl pregnant. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
now it's a baby coming. Like, I can't, no disrespect.
You don't want to jump in on that.
I ain't getting on that. Like, y'all go figure that out. And in 2 years, a baby can change a lot of things. You might end up marrying that woman. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and I think that was the deal breaker for me. But the point being, he liked me, and I think he would have been a great husband if he knew where his sexuality with that BDSM was going, because he was too rough for me. Like, I don't play all that. I play that with you, but you're not gonna play that with me.
Yeah,
you understand? Like, I would do it, but I got limitations. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm limited.
Do you lose respect for a man?
I think anybody will lose respect for it. And
when
come on now,
when they want you to inflict the pain,
no,
you don't.
No.
Do you respect him more?
Hell, because he's honest.
Is that true?
Yeah. I beat the honesty out their ass. To complete submission. To complete motherfucking submission.
Grace, you know what's funny about having podcasts with you?
What is it?
It's like the demographic I think we might hit is always ends up like taking a right or a left turn.
Right, you never know who you're going to get.
We don't know I don't know who is going to actually gravitate to these podcasts.
I don't give a shit. I love it.
I kind of know which kind of guy does.
What? You know what? I want to, you know what's so crazy? I always meet men that want that, Cody.
Really?
I'm going to tell you.
All right, well, what's like a common characteristic?
You would, okay.
Soft-spoken, quiet.
So strange. You know how like everybody has a certain type of person that they get that attracts them?
Sure. Yeah.
Like it could be like not being mean. It could be a skinny dude and he's not attracted to big girls, but big girls come to him and that ain't what he want.
Right.
Okay. Opposite for me. I get a man that would be on TV, like always either get a guy that look like a football player or their profession is either a scientist or an engineer, like something in scientists or engineers. Mm-hmm. And they be the freakiest ones, like scientists or engineers. Like they went to school and they're
intellectual.
Dude, like professions, actually they be working like at SpaceX. Like I'm dead ass, like into science. And
are they like really tough guys?
They exterior be.
Right. Got it. And so they put on that tough guy front enough.
Yeah.
And it's not really.
They usually come to me like, okay, like the craziest thing, like I ain't gonna show nobody because I'm respectful. I get a lot of blue ticks. I'm gonna show you because I had a dude hit me up there.
What's that mean? Oh, like people with
famous
blue.
People.
Got it.
I had one famous dude the other day. He sends me his third wheel for no reason.
What's that mean? His third wheel. Oh, got it. Jesus.
Just for no reason. He wants me to beat his ass. Like.
He sends you a D pic.
Yeah, he's a famous dude. I'm gonna show you who the dude is and everything. But
the hopes is you'd beat his ass?
Yes, he wants me to beat him. Listen. I
don't understand how that goes together.
I was just, you know how you like pictures on Instagram? I got it. I'm not gonna show it on here because I gotta respect the dude. But no lie, Cody. I was just liking, you know, we like celebrity stuff. It was a celebrity.
Sure,
I was like, oh, I like that. And he was like, oh, what's up, cute face? I can't follow you, but here's my phone number. He gave me his phone number. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, I can't because, you know, my profile's private. I'm going to change it so y'all can follow me. But he was like, I'm going to call you. So he called me. I called him or whatever. And he was this like, I'm into A, B, C, and D, and I want you to, can we say
one of
it
those
on here?
letters. You know, it's more fun to like hint around at it.
Okay. He wants me to run through a back door and beat his ass for running through the back door. If it makes sense. If you can't put that together, I don't know what more to tell y'all.
Well, you know what? Don't say anything more because that's a visual right there.
Get your ass out that. Don't run your ass to that back door. Why'd you run through that back door?
Is it like a lot of like childhood scenarios? It seems like that kind of stuff would be like childhood scenarios, like you didn't come home. Like this is the scenario. You didn't make it home after baseball practice on time, and I'm angry.
Yeah, he wanted me to beat him. Like one wanted me to throw eggs on him.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
I think he's a singer.
Okay.
He sings backup sometimes for other people, sometimes, and it's so strange. I get a lot of celebrities, and I said, okay, I know if I really do comedy, my life gonna be hell. Cause I was so shocked that this person hit me up, and I said, "Yo, I live in the ghetto. Yo, I live in New York, ma. You know, I fly you out, like willing to fly me out to beat his ass into complete submission."
Okay.
And I'm like, I said, I need some motherfucking money, like.
Yeah. Got per diem on that flight?
Yeah, man, no, he was gonna cover everything, like cover everything.
I mean, there's a lot of money in that. Grace.
I know, Cody. I know where you're going.
And then let's be honest. That's actually a legitimate job.
To be a mistress, I get it all the time. Cody.
No, not mistress. Is that what they're called?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to make it sound good. Doing a horrible job.
Nah, it's fine. It's I mean, because
what is it?
I don't want. Let me tell you what's so weird about me. I will want somebody to be like me, but you can't be rough. You cannot be. You be too rough for me. I'm gonna cut you. Like I'm gonna fuck you up. BDSM. I don't want that rough shit.
Mistress or that's not the term, right? What is a mistress? Different types of mistresses. Yes, mistress. The mistress-slave relationship explained. The majority of us have grown up in a world with imposed rules and regulations, and by following said rules, we're being respectful towards authoritative figures, institutions, and each other. The term mistress in the BDSM community is oddly similar, but in the intimate relationship that exists between a dominant and a submissive, or a master-mistress and slave. Note, in the BDSM community, the M is mistress. The M in mistress is often capitalized, whereas the S in sub or slave is not. This is a form of respect towards the mistress. Grace got that capital M. What is a mistress and blah? A mistress in the realm of BDSM refers to a female dominant. The male version is called a master. In this kind of relationship, a consenting male or female submit to each to being under full control of a mistress. But what exactly does full control mean? Being under full control means that if it's a lifestyle choice, something that is followed 24/7. It's when a mistress controls all aspects of their submissive or slave's life. There may be exceptions, however, such as when a sub or slave is at work, but the majority of the time, a mistress requires her sub or slave to perform
I used to make him wear a chastity on his dick and take a picture of it while he was at the computer. He used to have to put a lock and key on his pelvis. Like I used to make him hit himself. At work.
What do you get out of that?
Money. Money.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, like that. I mean, but it's weird because when I go on POF, dude, Plenty of Fish, they come at me like rich. Maybe I'm talking a little too much, but it's like I can't find no look. Listen. I want a meaningful relationship. Oh God. But I guess because I got these Dolly Parton titties and the way I be dressing, they come at me like flies on shit. I just want a normal relationship. Can't. Please. Like, I done had men, craziest thing, I done had somebody try to send me pills so I can be milked.
Okay. Milked.
Like he wanted me to take pills to lactate.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's why I said there's certain type of BDSM I ain't fucking with. Like, nah, you would have to pay me a shitload of money to do that.
A dominatrix, on the other hand, is a woman who wants to train a slave.
Yes.
But doesn't necessarily want it to be a full-time lifestyle.
I've been
Cake
a
and eat it too, right?
I've been a mommy mistress.
For example, a professional dominatrix is a mistress who will take control of a sub or slave for a certain period of time. As the sessions progress, the mistress will help them to become stronger and more obedient. Sessions. That's interesting. Dominatrixes can play with and dominate their client or sub-slave in such a way that pleases them during the scheduled time, after which the sub-slave is left to their own devices when a session is complete. Oh, okay. So so a mistress, just a plain mistress, oh shit, okay. Then there's something called a mommy mistress, which could be considered age play or a kind of humiliation.
You asked that question, didn't you? Did you not say you asked?
Yeah, a mistress may order their sub-slave to dress up as a little boy or girl for sissy play.
No, I didn't do all that. I didn't do
so
all
not
that.
The age stuff.
No, I did mommy stuff, but not like dressed him up like a kid. Like
right, dressing up a man in little girl's clothes?
No, I don't do that. That's like
making sure that they're as girly as possible. No. For example, is a form of humiliation. The mommy mistress will teach their sub-slave how to behave and to and 2, can reward or punish them.
Like I would do it in like for example,
hold that thought. This is the last one. There's also a queen or goddess mistress, which is when a sub-slave adorns and cherishes their mistress at all times. It could be in ways that make their mistress's life easier, like cooking and cleaning, or it could include acts of body worship.
I didn't have that. I get that all the time.
Sub-slaves in this kind of relationship see their mistress as a queen goddess and aim to serve them. Okay, well, that's a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, but I don't do it professionally. It's just weird. Like, I just always...
You do it as an amateur.
I don't even... The thing is...
A lover of the activity.
I'm going to tell you what made me run into, like, what made me do that. Like, when I was, like, 21, and I was, like, on some hard-ass times.
Yeah.
I was living in Arizona.
I
was living in Phoenix at the time, and I worked in a building. I was working at a call center. I was working for... I ain't gonna say the place. Never mind.
Yeah.
And this corporate guy, I've always been I'm just gonna be straight up. My titties have. I be straight up. That's what very well endowed up there. And I've always had rich, certain demographic of men come up to me, and he was like, "Look, I want you." He threw some money at me, and I was like, and he's like, "Do you know how to do this?" I said, "Yeah." I lied. I was like, "Yeah, that's good." He paid for a suite downtown Phoenix. Made me beat the living shit out of him. Like,
wow.
I beat him. Like, for example, like, he liked me to torture him. Like, he would, for example, he would tell me how he would want stuff. And, let's say if he wanted to do his job, he has to, like, back then he had a computer where he did all his quarterly reports.
Right.
And I would have to overlook everything. And if there was a punctuation fucked up, I would have to beat him.
Okay.
Like he wanted me to punish him. He would find ways, like, for example, if I'm like, go get me a water.
Yeah.
And he'll, like, in the hotel, he'll leave the refrigerator door open. Because I'm dead ass. I don't like doors open. Nobody does. Yeah. But he would leave the door open for me to say, he would do shit for me to punish him.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think he was, like, doing things to, like...
That's what he wanted me to do.
See if you catch it?
Mm-hmm.
So he was doing shit on purpose.
Yeah. Kick him in his foot. One time I had to kick him in his mouth. Like, he was like... And I think that helped me with my anger because I would go home fucked up. One time
you went home and slept like a baby.
I kicked him in his chest one time. Blood came out. I ain't even gonna lie. I kicked that motherfucker as hard as I could, and I did.
White guy.
Mm-hmm. That's where it started. Like
ratio of white guys to black guys that are into this. Way more white dudes, right?
Not all the time, but the ones I ran into, that's what really got the door open. But I didn't have people, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, one time, I had a dude pay me $500 to watch him piss in a cup and drink it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
I just had to at a grocery store.
Hey, I really want you to watch this.
Yes, and he would.
And you're like,
come on. I did. It took my money and went home.
Thanks. See you tomorrow.
No, I was
hopefully
like,
not.
And I said, you gonna call me next week? And he would do it every week, and we do it at different places. That was an easy 500. Sorry.
No, I mean, that's the easiest 500 you could ever make.
And I didn't have to do shit, and I'm like, drink it all. And he started gagging. No, you don't understand. I made that motherfucker drink it. And I said, you better not throw up. I'll kick you in your fucking mouth. Sorry.
Now, was that, were you told to say that? Or was it, you just were in that situation? You're like, you know what?
If you think of,
I'm going to go all in.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to beat their ass into complete submission.
But you only knew about that because of that one experience in Arizona.
He taught me a lot.
Before that, you had no idea about that world.
That wasn't even, like, could I professionally do it?
Do you think that you actually enjoyed it?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you think...
I'm sorry.
Do you think that before that experience, the first time, that was something that you actually wanted to do? It had never crossed your mind.
It never crossed my mind. I've never seen it before.
Right. And then it happened and you were like, I guess I could keep doing it? Or you were like, I'll just do it for that guy.
Let me tell you something. If you have a lot of built up anger and somebody pays you to beat their motherfucking ass without you going to jail, listen to me.
Oh my God. I ain't got any more questions. I understand.
I remember. My funny point, we was at Food for Less, and the cop rolled up when the man was drinking. Like, he didn't know what the man was drinking. And he was over there gagging, and I said, throw up. And the cop was like, what are you doing? I'm like, you know what I'm doing. Because I was when I'm in that mood, I ain't cutting it up.
So you disassociate.
Hell yeah. The cop was like, and he was like, because think about it, we're in an open space.
Yeah.
He's behind in the dark, and I'm just standing there, like, sitting in a car, looking at him, talking to him on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, drink it. You know what I mean? And the cop was like, what
I know
are you
exactly
doing?
what you mean.
And I'm like, you know what I'm doing. You see what he over there doing. And this is before they had body cams.
Okay.
The cop was like, what the fuck? And he's like, y'all ain't got nowhere to go. And I'm like, do you want to join in? What was he going to arrest me and tell his boss that I wasn't?
She's got mind control.
Yeah. I said, you can stand here and watch. And he's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to watch. And he sat with me and watched it. And I said, watch him. And if he throw up, give me your billy club. He said, no, I'm not doing that. I said, all right then.
Now, was this officer young?
Mm-hmm.
Nah. He wasn't Officer Young.
No, it wasn't Officer Young. No,
right.
I said, was he young? Yes, he was a young officer. No, it wasn't Officer Young. Yes, Officer Young, sweetheart.
So, I don't know why I keep asking these questions. But, all right, so, I had a, damn, what was the question? Oh, so when you disassociate, right, do you have a name that you request to be called? Or do they call you something?
They'll call me something, and if I don't like it, I hit them in their mouth and tell them to do better.
Come up with a better name.
That's the fun part.
What's a name you've hit someone for?
Master Peaches. Mistress Peaches.
You should punch anybody who suggests that.
I sound like one of them crackhead strippers at the fucking Barbary Coast to you. And
Mistress Peaches.
Yeah. And I said, when you go to work tomorrow, explain to your boss how much of a pitiful fucking soul you are. He went to work and did exactly what I told him to do, and they sent him. You know how they make you go on a mental health evaluation?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go talk to
a mental health professional.
And I said, you better tell that doctor that you're happy and you're in a healthy relationship and you believe in God and he's going to help you get through your troubles and you need 14 days off paid.
Jesus.
And I said, if you don't do it, I'm going to be in that parking lot.
Oh, my God.
I used to go up to...
wow.
Well, you want me to stop with the story so I can stop?
No.
we can talk about something else.
Well, we got some cookies to review.
You want to talk about the cookies?
You want to eat some cookies?
Sure, I'll try a cookie.
What's the name that you prefer?
It depends. It just depends.
What's one that you've gone to as of late?
Madam.
Just straight madam.
Madam.
That's a very...
my favorite part when I put that heel in his neck. And I say, if you cry...
God. The funniest thing about this is they want this.
I'm going to Ric Flair his ass. Baby, I'm going to put the sleep on you, baby.
Put him in the figure 4.
Woo! Woo, baby! Woo! I'm a Dusty Rose his ass.
Has anyone asked to be put in a figure 4? Or like a sleeper hold or something?
Somebody wanted me to DDT him. They had brought me a step stool.
A step stool so you can get some air.
Yeah. I tried my motherfucking best to knock his soul out his goddamn body so he wouldn't ask me dumb shit like that.
Oh, the DDT. I was thinking bulldog.
You could
DDT jumping off the stool backwards.
Yeah. But he wanted me to ladder match him. He was into some shit, man. I'm like, I'm going to do some shit he'll never ask me to do again.
TLC match. Tables, ladders, and chairs.
My favorite one is I think
so when I text you on the weekend and you're like, yeah, can't come over and podcast, you're literally having table, ladder, and chair matches.
Sometimes carrots hurt like hell. If you take a carrot,
don't finish that thought.
You crack him in the back of his neck, like
with a carrot.
Yeah, get the nice big ones.
Yeah, the big ones.
Yeah, you want to get a good grip on a carrot, knock the fuck out of them. Because think about it, you want to when
you
the
can
police
eat the murder weapon.
Police come and ask you, as if they call the police on you, like,
he
hey,
just eating a carrot like Bugs Bunny.
I make sure I make a roast that day, and I make him eat it. I wish he would tell the police I did some shit.
Wow.
I'll make him call on himself while I'm beating him. Tell the police how you unhappy with your life. I'm sorry.
No. What is that like unhappiness though in most of these people's lives? Like what is it?
I mean,
is it that they're not doing what they want to do?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like that to me. I mean, in my opinion, the reason why I feel like most of those guys, some people have, it's a it's a sexual disorder. It's sex. Like you can bust a nut.
Yeah.
Excuse me for bringing that up, but let me find a better word instead of nut. Everybody's
tons.
Oh, God.
Jesus. There's a few. You want me to give you some?
When you reach your gratification, it increases. Like,
oh, I like that.
That's your gratification. For example, you done did everything you want to do as a gentleman in that bed for your lady.
Right.
And, you make all this money at home and all she do is lay on her back. She stopped doing what she's supposed to do.
Right.
It makes you start, think about it. You work long hours at work. You come home. You're just trying to gratify yourself, or you want to be treated a certain way, and they got something to do with your teenage life. You probably didn't get it in like you want to. I mean, some people want to have one of the greatest gratifications. Some people get off on pain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it's a fine line between pain and pleasure,
and it mixes. Because I'm gonna make sure you, man. Look, I had that one man. I have to make sure they don't have a heart attack because I asked medical questions. I had one went in a cardiac arrest once.
What happened?
I took a wet rag and was just beating the holy hell out of him. We were watching Still Magnolias.
That's my mom's favorite movie.
Not no more. And
oh God, Julia Roberts drinking orange juice in the kitchen.
Yeah, his favorite part when I was taking that last whip when they were in the salon, and Sally Fields was like, they were talking about how her daughter was dying, and in the graveyard scene, that's when he had that heart attack at the graveyard scene when she was crying like she lost Shelby.
Yeah,
that's when he went into cardiac arrest. When I did that one hit, and she was crying, "No, I have Shelby. I don't have any." Clap. I said, "Nah, motherfucker, get up. Nah, nope, no." I hit everything. Motherfucker started foaming at the goddamn mouth. Bitch, not today, Satan. Get up. I called 911. Thank God I used a rag that day because it don't leave no marks in the. He made it by the I called 911 like, "Hey, we were being freaky." And I said, "You better tell them we was having sex." I was whispering the whole time he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And he made it. He doing great.
Wow.
His wife.
I think that's like the only moment I can think of where I would be like, "Hey, no matter what happens here, you better tell them we were having sex."
Yeah, you better.
Usually every other situation, you're like, "Don't tell anybody we were having sex."
Nah, have sex. Because it's like, shit, a lot of great people, that's just like, what's his name? That black guy that died, God, why trying to think of
singer, actor.
No, he was a podcaster, and everybody hated the women didn't like him. Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
He was having sex and had a heart attack that day when he was sleeping with that nurse. That's how he died.
His girlfriend?
No, it was a woman that he was just casually screwing.
Oh, okay, got it.
And she was a nurse, and she was performing CPR. She was the one that called it in when he died.
Yeah.
And he had a heart attack when they were getting it in.
Yeah, you gotta keep that heart in shape.
Got to keep that heart in shape.
You want to keep upping the ante here.
Up in the ante.
Got to stay on the bike. Get that cardio in. That's funny. Okay, madam. That might be the title of the podcast. Madam.
Madam.
All right, let's try these cookies. All right, so you got the first one. So this is the first non-official, official sponsor of the podcast, Soul Snacks.
Soul Snacks. They're
wickedly awesome.
120 calories. You know what I mean? I think this is like when I'm high, these are like my go-to. I like the down home double chocolate chip.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I hit a blunt, I tear these up. And I think this is a great way. Like if you're on keto, if you're just trying to lose weight, or you just want to be sugar friendly and all this, I'll take these cookies. It reminds me of home when I eat them. Like if your grandmother was cooking some cookies, and you're like, Grams. You know how like when you go home for the holidays or you're just there for the summers.
This one's literally called Grampy's chocolate peanut butter. Try this one first.
The down home double chip chocolate.
Open that one.
And
this is the first time we've tried these, by the way. So hopefully it's good.
I had them once when I was smoking a blunt. They were pretty good. Yeah, the chocolate.
You've heard of these?
Yeah, I had them.
Oh. Pass me one.
Oh, I like this one. This remind me of... wait a minute. Oh, my God. Y'all hear some smacking like a motherfucker. Wait a minute. This is good. Let me tell you something, honey. Bless this brother. What's his website? They can go to buy these cookies. These cookies good as hell.
They sell these at Walmart.
Straight up soul snacks. I love them. I like this
good.
one. This is the Grampy chocolate peanut butter, baby. Let me tell you.
This is really good. Yeah. No
This is
preservatives, no trans fat. Fair trade initiatives. This is good.
This is a really good.
It's not too much.
I like that. That double and that toffee one is good too. So let me tell y'all something. Try them. Because you know I'm a big girl. Now I know you're probably thinking weight don't mean shit, but honey, let me tell you something. These motherfuckers is fire. Go get you some. Soul
really good.
snacks.
All right, so that's Grampy's chocolate peanut butter. All right, now let's try down home.
You gonna like that
double chocolate
That
chip.
one, them fire. That one's fire. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to be a little ghetto and
Do it.
toss me one. Soul snacks is where it's at. Soul snacks is what y'all should pay me to do the damn intro. Soul snacks is where it's at.
Oh.
Now with my damn coin, when you coin that too. This is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Honey, let me show you something.
That's good.
These soul snacks is good. I don't want to be smacking all on the mic, but they're good. Very good.
I'm going to... That's really good. I like that one.
Oh, that one's
Definitely double chocolate chip.
That one is my favorite. I eat that after I hit a blunt. But they remind me of home, like down home, like for real. Like my granny would make something like that. She used to make Long Ranger cookies. Don't steal my granny's cookies, but they good.
Well, the CEO, Ralph Roll, is from Georgia.
All right. Shout out to Ralph.
He said, my grandma believed baking delicious tasting snacks needed to do more than satisfy cravings. She also taught us to always pay it forward by giving back to others.
Amen.
Her legacy lives on with our fair trade initiatives to ensure that from Harlan to West Africa, our impact to enrich lives and create opportunities will be our legacy.
Amen.
That's cool.
I like that, brother.
Yeah. So these are really good.
I like them. I love them. Shout out to Soul Snacks. Please go to Walmart at your local Walmart. Check them out. I love it. I recommend them. Tell them the Cody Lowe podcast, Grace and Cody sent you to get them. Just get them. Hey, they're good. I think they'd be good. Like if you were having like a birthday party, they like some good cookies to have at that party.
Oh yeah, perfect.
They would be great at it. If they nasty, I'll tell you, but no, they good.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, shout out to Soul Snacks. Thanks for letting us try out your cookies and shout y'all out. We appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Ralph. We appreciate you as well, sir. And the great cookies, by the way. Your grandmother taught you well, honey. They some good cookies. Very good.
In your device Bluetooth settings. I'm trying to connect my phone here because I'm trying to set up connection. iPhone can no longer connect. Boom. Get this device and pair it again. Cool. All right. Cancel. Connecting. I'm going to play a song for you.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. We're connected.
Show me the way.
All right, hold on a
'cause
second.
I got bills to pay.
I gotta somehow make this like the official song.
What's the song
of the podcast?
What's our song? We got a song.
Yeah, we got a song.
We got a song. We got a song. That should be your song. Your theme song. We got a song.
The street at night,
And I can't sleep.
I can't sleep. I'm saying my
bitch runs the streets
at night,
and I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm saying y'all.
always knew she was a freak, but now it's coming back on me. But I like the way that pussy ski. This bitch never stays at home, always leave me home alone. Whispers on the telephone. I'm saying my bitch runs the streets at night,
And I can't
sleep. I can't sleep. I'm saying my bitch runs the streets at night, and I can't sleep.
Corey Holcomb.
Shout out to Corey Holcomb. We love that
Corey
song.
Holcomb.
My bitch runs the streets at night.
That's
I like
funny.
that. I like that one.
That's a good one.
I got a cousin that do that.
Oh, nice.
She runs the streets. Her man be looking for her ass.
Really?
She be right at the embassy on El Segundo. Sorry, Shelly, I had to tell on you. They got the embassy got some good ass cookies. After a great night of butt naked sex, go down and get them embassy cookies. They good.
I mean, who doesn't have butt naked sex?
You'll be surprised, Cody.
You'll be surprised.
You'll be damn surprised, man.
Hold on. Arnold Schwarzenegger's got another daughter?
He got hell. I'm his.
Where
daughter.
has he been hiding her? Presents his other stunning daughter, Christina, 31, as Catherine stays busy with Chris Pratt. I don't think I've ever seen her.
That ain't his baby.
They hit the charity dinner during the Austrian Climate Summit.
Oh yeah, shout out to Greta Thunberg getting arrested over in Germany.
Oh, yeah, Greta Thunberg?
That's my girl.
She's got she's big shit popping off for her.
Oh, that's Marie Shriver's baby.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, she's a Kennedy. Okay. Oh, Shriver baby. Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about old Greta Thunberg, you know?
That's my girl. She's bold. She got a little bit of me in her. I like the way they carried her ass up out. She was like this.
She was cheesing.
she was. I mean, but at least she's just trying to make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, she
You
ain't
think?
no telling what she see out there. She probably sees some real shit and she tired. Like, look, y'all killing all these goddamn polar bears. I ain't seen a baby beluga whale in I don't know how long. She tired. Maybe she's used to seeing animals. I don't know what the fuck her purpose is, but
I don't think she does either.
I think she just be doing shit because she bored. But she out there trying to save the planet. I mean, and she really trying to shit, go girl. It'd be funny the way they arrest her ass because she's always getting arrested in some strange ass places.
Yeah, I saw somewhere that it was pretty much staged.
At a coal mine.
Yeah.
You should be dead, Greta. Why the fuck you was over there breathing all them coal mines? She's in Germany.
Right.
Girl, you should have damn lung cancer by now. Then them damn. What is going on with her?
Who is this?
Oh, no.
Whiteness is evil.
What the hell?
Let's go to this. This is an
What?
interesting article.
She said that?
Parents line up to slam a woke Michigan school board member for saying whiteness is evil and that white people are more dangerous than wild animals.
Oh, wow.
All right. Parents demanded a Michigan school board member was fired on Tuesday after she tweeted, "Whiteness is evil," and insisted Caucasian people are more dangerous than wild animals. Keisha Hamilton has written a series of inflammatory posts on the social media site claiming whiteness was synonymous with racism and urging people to be safe around white folks. Hamilton, whose ex-husband is white,
Get the fuck out of here.
faced parents and teachers in a tense board meeting for Jackson Public Schools, which required extra security due to protests staged at the school by a far-right group.
What's her name?
A far-right group or just a conservative group?
Okay, that's like rest in peace
You know what
to
I mean?
Diamond and Silk. Well, Silk, I think Silk died.
Right, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, one mom insisted her racist comments should not be condoned. Yeah.
I mean,
What's so bad about that? Isn't that wild? That like people are like, yeah, these far-right people are saying
So you bring
racist comments
politics-
shouldn't be promoted.
First of all, she just don't know what type of
No.
shit she done got started for herself.
Yeah.
Because all that decent white lady that was sitting next to you,
Right.
she could have been slapped the fuck out of you or hit you in your mouth. But if somebody white would have said that about a black person, y'all would have had a $50 million lawsuit.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you feel that way about white people or whatever damn race you feel about it, keep it to your goddamn self. The thing is, I was telling somebody this at work one time. I think I was telling you this, that, and I think we talked about it on your podcast. You don't,
Right.
in certain cities, certain states, you can't say certain shit because there's still Klan members in certain areas. You understand what I'm saying? You can't.
Yeah. Well, it's like you don't in an area
Yes.
where there are more racist people.
Yes.
Why would you want to
Stir the pot.
Right?
Yes.
But you know people who say this stuff, they're not in an area where there's racist people.
Yeah, she probably
Because you say that shit. It's like if I was in Compton
man,
and I was just walking around saying racist shit
Man,
to black people.
Wouldn't
wouldn't last long.
You would die.
It wouldn't last long.
You would die.
So you don't say it,
But,
right?
But
even if you feel that way, right?
You ain't got nothing nice to say. Keep your damn mouth closed.
But
like,
a black person, right?
Lord
Let's think about
mercy.
this. A black person in Beverly Hills can say whatever they want to about white people because those white people aren't going to do anything, right?
My God.
So it's like, what are you really fighting against? White
She
people
mad at
who
her
don't
man.
want to.
She need to go to her ex-husband and whoop his ass.
Something like that.
Don't say
right?
that. Say he evil. Say he's evil. Don't
Right.
say white people
Exactly.
are evil.
Yeah.
White people are not evil. Black people are not evil. Nobody. There's some evil people in this world, but there's not a
Right.
distinctive race that's just evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I don't. That pissed me off right there. I don't know. I'm just pro. I don't even know what the fuck to say on that one. That shit pissed me off. Like, and her name is Keisha Hamilton.
It's just it's crazy
Fuck
that like
you, Keisha Hamilton. Send this to this bitch. If I ever see you, I'm gonna slap your ass on behalf of every white person in my family.
yeah, it's just
That's
funny that like
fucked
this
up,
is a
like-
grown person.
Yeah, but you said it at a school. Think about if it was some little white kids that look up to you or liked you.
Yeah.
You just you girl. And there's half black kids that got white mamas like at their school.
Right.
Like you got to think about how people feel.
Right.
And,
She's not.
And you did it after Martin Luther King Day. God damn, bitch. You could next month Black History Month, bitch. You did 2023 started off fucked up for black folks, bitch.
Black people like this are not promoting the cause for
I ain't about to. I ain't even gonna
anything.
entertain Keisha's stupid ass. She need her ass whooped. Somebody need to hit her in her mouth. Like I don't know because it's like. It ain't about color no more. It's too much shit going on. She need to be worried about that fucking new COVID out. I mean, they're worried about white people are evil. Bitch, that white motherfucker you was married to, what? Tell him he evil. Go slap his mama.
Right.
Fight the whole goddamn family. Bitch, go over there and knock on their door, have a head of face. Nah, bitch, because you know you'll be in penitentiary for the rest of your life.
Right.
They gonna press charges. I don't know. Because
That's
that was
funny.
stupid.
The mother of 6 doubled down on her statements, which she has not deleted from her public profile. She told the
damn.
meeting this week, we have to ask ourselves, what are we angered over? The fact that it was said or the fact that it is true? She
Bitch.
added, we must educate ourselves about how these racial disparities are impacting us and our neighbors and not let them be successful in silencing us.
What motherfucking neighbors you got?
Yeah.
What kind of neighbors you got? Because it's like, if y'all all feel that way, go move to the Hamptons and do that. Go move your ass over in the Oval and do that.
One of the moms said, someone in her influential position must be held to a high standard. She must be a representative for all students in that system. Yeah.
She is. Wow. And she need to quit eating all that salt. Her legs goddamn swelling. You worry about your damn blood pressure, Keisha. God damn. She pissed me off with that. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry, Cody. I don't even have a comment really for that. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. Because it's like, damn, y'all. I don't even want to go there. Like never mind. Let me be quiet. Bitch. Oh, Lord. Keisha. She has mixed children? Does she have whoa. She has mixed children or somebody saying something about
Let's go back down.
And if you got mixed babies, you need, like, that's not even right. You talking about, like.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, she claims in her biography on the website, she was inspired by her experience by being married to a white man and having mixed race Bitch, you talk.
She said 3 of her children attended the school.
And you gonna tell them they daddy evil?
Yeah. What is that? You know what I mean? Like,
Whiteness is so evil. It Whiteness is so evil. It manipulates this, says, I won't apologize for my dishonesty and trauma introducing practices, and thinks you should be appalled for it being honest about its ability to manipulate and be dishonest. Bitch, you just repeated yourself. And that's for your husband. That's not even about the school. I can see if you say it was the school or some or auto. It's your husband. Say your funky doghead ass Caucasian husband is an evil white motherfucker. Don't say all white people are evil. All white people are not evil.
Yeah, it's so easy to say. Like, you know, it's like an easy thing. It's just
Go to the Klan and tell them that.
What do you think? What do you think that is with, like, when black people have jumped on this bandwagon? Do you think it? Because I kind of think it's like it's a lack of forgiveness for something that happened a long time ago, and it's almost like there's some type of anger that there's there's a difference between where she's at and where she wants to be, and she sees white people where she wants to be, and so she's just gonna hate them until she's there. What do you think?
She needs to appropriately take it out in the right places. And the people that's jumping on board with her, I need to look at the age demographic. I need to see if they're in our age bracket and younger.
Yeah.
Older black people don't even do that. If they do, they keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
Then it depends on where you grow up at.
It's like a newer, like a younger black person.
Then they ignorant because they don't know. Like, for example, for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, both of my mom is white. All of my third paternal grandfathers are whites. All of my paternal grandmothers are mixed race. I'm black. I identify as black. But, bitch, have you ever, like, I grew up on a rice plantation. I grew up around rice fields. All my brothers are farmers. Bitch, you ever had to put cotton on your back? Yeah. I have. Yeah. You ever had to farm rice, bitch? Then you have no clue what it's like to be a little mixed kid in the South, having to really do that and have to keep your mouth. Like, you probably experienced bullshit-ass racism. Right, yeah. But you would never know, like not bringing this up. Some people burned my daddy's house down for being with my mama when I was a kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like going down to Snake Island and seeing them burn. That's real racism.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's it. I think people like
real
this
racism.
Haven't actually experienced real racism.
That's bullshit.
And so
that ain't even real.
Yeah.
Till the Klan come knock on your door. Yeah. Till you see crosses getting burnt. Yeah. Yeah, racism, people calling you out your name, but like, and it's like. But like, there's people like, for example, if you felt like that, then why you don't take your ass down to certain parts of Mississippi where black people or certain races of people are still paying for their water and power and they're owned by old plantation families? Like, that's real racism where you're not with that shit for real. You just want media attention. Yeah. Because if you really wanted to end racism, you shut the fuck up and go do right. And teach it appropriately. Yeah. And go down south and see why black people, you will never see an older black person talk about it. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, you have to like, if you really want to get rid of quote unquote racism from somebody, you can't match it with more hate.
Yes.
Like, how did this generation miss that?
Because they didn't have hardships. They don't know what it's like. Yeah. Like, for example, Cody, I tell people all the time, like, my hands are ugly. Like, these little bumps on my hands, they're called bucket bruises. My dad used to make me go out there. My daddy sharecropped all his life. We all farmed, literally. That they don't farm. There's not a lot of farmers where I'm at. The kids farmers no more. But I'm not gonna say. I mean, I've been through some racist shit. Like, I'm not even. You know what I'm saying? But even some of my mama family racist, but they respectful. You understand? Like, they know me, but they know better. Yeah. But that you ain't, like, you experienced it, bitch, but you would never know. Go down south. Yeah. Like, deep in the heart of the South and understand what oppression really looks like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go into, like, you can't blame every white person what happened 300 or 400 years ago. Right. You can't say white people are evil.
I want to. That's like blaming your great grandfather for something that's happening to you today.
I wish I could go to Armour Henderson King down in Orange, was it North Carolina? Yeah, that's my actual because my dad was old, so my dad's grandfathers are all white. I don't know Armour Henderson King. His family might sue me. Fuck him. Yeah. But he was one of the biggest slave plantation owners, and he had my grandfather Richard, and my grandfather Richard was passing for white. He had slaves. I got all that whole paper trail. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And
yeah, I just don't think women like this or a person like this, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, but like, I don't think this person has like asked, like, why would someone be racist?
It's taught and it's ignorant.
It's so ignorant because like think about it, Grace. What would make you think that all white people are evil? It would probably have to do with some type of ignorance where you don't know good white people.
Yeah, because like even my grandpa's side, but they all like, okay, like my mom got her brother. He ain't. Thank God for my cousin. She's like us. She's love everybody. Yeah. But my uncle, I learned a lot about my mom's family. Like, my mom's family embraces me, but point being, my uncle is like a true conservative. And my cousin, had gotten into an interracial relationship.
Yeah.
It made my uncle understand, like, if my cousin, like, she took a L, like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? To make
Yeah.
my uncle understand, because at first I was the only mixed race child.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to talk about my granny. I had an aunt, may she rest in peace. She, by the time she was 15 years old, I don't know if I told you this, she gave away 5 of her kids.
Oof. Yeah.
And recently, remember I told you there was this mixed girl
Yeah.
that just popped up out of nowhere? That was one of the kids she gave away.
Okay.
When my grandmother and them knew she was having a black baby, all of them were like half black. But the point being, my cousins.
But that's not just a conservative thing. Like,
No.
that's Democrat. That's Southern Democrat.
No, I was just,
You know what I mean?
saying, like, my uncle, like,
Yeah.
the true, like, my people are true. Like, they don't do all that mixing.
Right. Yeah.
I got cousins that are clam. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that.
Well, I mean, black people get mad at other black people who mix with white people.
all
You know
the
what I
time.
mean? So
All the time.
yeah, it's just because like I know white people who will say racist. I don't just saying something racist is not
Ain't gonna do it.
Defamatory or whatever, or like mean, doesn't mean that you hate somebody. You know what I mean? Like, there's some white people that do some shit. Like, let's say you see somebody, white person does you wrong. You're gonna call him some honky.
No.
You're gonna call him some.
Do you know what's funny?
Something.
I've never, and I swear to God.
But all I'm
it's funny.
saying is that would
I
be
never
okay.
From who?
You.
I wouldn't say that because
But
I
what
got
I'm
a brother
saying
that's
is-
white. I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
I
but
got
what I'm
nieces
saying
that are
is
white. I couldn't do that.
you're trying to make that person feel small
Now
because
I'll
of
punch
what
him
they
in his
did to you.
goddamn mouth.
Okay.
But I'm
Sure.
not gonna see no defense. I'm not gonna say it because I don't know. That's just me. Somebody else would like.
Yeah.
I got older brothers that would do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Sure,
not.
sure.
Because my brothers, they're not mixed like me. So
Yeah.
in my situation, because of the respect, even though my mom, I don't talk to the lady.
Yeah.
My mama white. I came up out of a white woman. I got
Yeah.
a white brother with
Yeah,
blonde
yeah.
hair, blue eyes. I personally couldn't do that.
But
You know what I mean?
I guess a better analogy is like when you're in a relationship with somebody and they really irritate you, and you say something like, "I hate you," or something like when you tell your
okay,
mom, "I hate you." You don't hate your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something
you love
out of
them,
an emotion.
but it's an emotional response.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of I know, because like if you're in an area where there's more white people than black people, and you're white, you don't really know those black people, and so you only have like an outside perspective of them, right? And so you kind of group them into like all black people because you don't know that many different black people. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying.
Same
but
thing with like black people who don't know a lot of white people. It's like,
It's
well,
like a form of closed-mindedness.
yeah, because that's all you know.
Yeah.
You don't know
I
enough.
can get that. But the thing about me, and I understand that because I got an older brother. Whoo, he don't care. Like he didn't. My brother grew up. My brother was born 1945. So my brother grew up in that time when you couldn't go to a white school. My brother went to the first. I didn't heard him talk about some things, but me. Okay. Good example. At this new job I was at before I had to take off because I was sick.
Yeah.
I was at work and it's a high rise building, right? And it has something to do with race. It's a racial and a sexual situation.
Yeah.
Like kind of way, like female to male, right?
Yeah.
And we're at work and we're at a high rise. And if you're paying all this money, you don't want people just coming up to your house, and you can't just go up the elevator. We have to send you up. This man knew this. So this lady was having a holiday party. Her house was not open for everybody to just come in. She didn't have a guest list. We still would have to call. It didn't matter if she picked up or not. Your ass can't go up there.
Right.
So what happened was, and I need y'all to listen to me well, and Cody, I have to vent this well.
For sure.
You will lose your job fucking around with this, and y'all need to stop doing this. Postmate drivers, visitors at these high rises. I wouldn't let him up because she wasn't picking up the phone. I know I just told you what it was. If we can't let them up, we can't let them up.
Right.
His name is Ron. Ron took his phone. Me and the lady got up in my face.
Is that a new phone?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Got up in my face with the phone like that. I'm backing up. He's taking pictures of me like, this bitch. You are wait. These bitches won't let me up, Ron. What you think I did, Cody?
Knowing you.
What you think I did? You already know what I did. What you think I did? My boss, you
pulled out a carrot from your bag.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did because I had to keep my composure, but I did it in a way where I didn't give a fuck. If I was gonna lose my job, it was gonna be because I want the lady next to me to understand. So it was a white, me being black,
yeah,
the lady white, I'm black, Ron's white, and he's a man. First of all, I said, why are you that close in my face, Ron? Your name is Ron, right?
Ron.
So his girlfriend answers the phone and I said, have her call the front desk.
Yeah.
Oh no, talking smart, talking shit. My boss just standing there. She ain't saying nothing. She's like laughing. I said, oh, so you think that's funny that this man is in your face with a camera? I said, hold on. His girlfriend called my right hand, the guy. God, no, I'm not making this up. I said, ma'am, can I tell you something? She said, I already know. He sent me the picture. I said, ma'am, if you don't have your man, and I said, I will lose my job. Take my face off his phone. Him and that phone going out through that goddamn door.
Yeah.
And she was like, who are you talking to? I said, ma'am, I know where you live. I don't mind going to jail because I said, no, matter of fact, I'm coming up to your house. So I went with them to their floor and I explained to her, if I'm going to be at this front desk, working this front desk, Ron, he better not be up in nobody else's face. He puts another phone in my face, I'm pressing full charges on you and him. Because he got mad because we wouldn't send him up. So now all of a sudden you want to start like, to me, that's a form of harassment. Like, why are you even getting that close?
Yeah,
and I said, the reason why I brought the race thing up, I said, now, if it would have been me doing that to you, you would have been called the police and said my black ass was being racist to you.
Something.
Oh, that's bullshit. I said, then why did you do it? Because you felt like because I'm a peon and I'm behind his desk. I said, you picked the right bitch because I don't mind losing my job. They don't pay me enough to deal with no bust and take me out your fucking phone now. Because I said, if I hit you in your motherfucking mouth and these police come, I still got a lawsuit and I still will win because your dumb ass got it on an iPhone. And if you delete the picture, all the fuck they got to do is subpoena that goddamn shit from a cloud. So you ain't that goddamn smart, Ron.
When you were saying all this to Ron,
fuck Ron.
Was Ron just like, Jesus Christ, she's
he's
thought
like
this
a
through.
bitch. Ron won't do that shit no more. I still kept my motherfucking job.
Ron was like, that was a long speech. I think you're right. I'm going to head out.
And he was drunk, but he was like in people because we're behind the desk. You walked behind the desk and you got in our face.
Yeah.
And I told my boss, that's unacceptable. Don't allow that. And she was like, but what am I supposed to? I said, how do you don't know if that man's a stalker? How do you not know he got some type of rage? You walking out from work and he's sitting in the car getting ready to beat your ass and got your picture because he's mad because he couldn't go up. People are losing their mind. People
they are.
Excuse me for using that word. Shooting up places.
Yeah.
My mind ain't where it used to be. My mind is on alert. So if I see you doing all that, that means you're an aggressive human being.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You too close in my face and you picking a fight. Well, motherfucker, I like to fight. I ain't her.
Yeah.
Ron knew that shit. I said, Ron, but picture this. I had to make him think. I said, if that would have been on the other foot, you would have a hell of a high lawsuit.
Yeah.
You would win that motherfucking lawsuit. Me getting that close in your face. So I said, why do you feel that? And I don't give a fuck. We were sitting up there 15 minutes. I said, why do you feel that that's okay? So you do this everywhere you go? I said, let me catch you doing it again.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird how people out here they just allow people to act crazy.
And that's where them ass whoopings. That's why I said 2023 gonna be full of ass whoopings and telling the truth because
it's just getting worse.
Because it's like
ass whooping and telling the truth.
Ass whooping and telling the truth because that was just weird. And then I had an Uber driver try to throw a drink on me. Like working customer service right now is probably one of the most dangerous jobs to me. And let me tell you exactly what I did as soon as he threw that motherfucking water. I act like I did a patrol. And we can block the cars going. I blocked that motherfucker. And I started kicking his goddamn door. And he called the police. That job had made me so... I wasn't even there 4 days.
Yeah.
And I got sick.
Just dealt with so much shit.
And I said, what the fuck happened to people having respect? I've always worked front desk. And I've never occurred nothing that crazy in my whole life. People trying to throw 4 days. People getting so aggressive, like trying to walk up in somebody's house. I don't know if you're going up there trying to kill that lady. Like, it was like it's turning more scary. I don't mean to bring that up, but people need to talk about it. It's like it made me take my gun to work. Like, okay, you busting, I'm busting. They have us an alert book. I hate that because my shit's registered, but I'm just saying like. What to do when there's an active shooter. You need to teach people how to, the way shit's going, like not bringing up the Walmart shit in Virginia when that black guy snapped on everybody and he was a manager and he shot everybody and he let one white woman live. He let one white woman live because he liked white women, not to bring up race.
Was it a black guy?
It was a black guy.
Oh.
And he let her go.
Damn.
He let her go. Let her go. Shot everybody ass up and let her go.
And I feel like my job with you is finding you a job where you don't have an opportunity to get into a physical altercation.
You know who? Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. She tried.
The only way I can do that is do a podcast in a locked room with you.
You know what's funny? I'm good with customers. That's the funny thing. I've always.
No, I know you are, Grace.
Yeah,
but when someone acts crazy, you're like, oh, that's what you want to do?
Yeah, you don't get up in nobody's face, Cody.
Right.
There's a difference. Like, okay, like there's a you running your mouth behind the desk.
I know.
But people are just getting too bold.
You are going to defend yourself.
You goddamn
and
right.
not roll over and get taken advantage of. And that's respectful.
Yeah, because it's like you're into that woman. I mean, she.
But you've had to, and so you've become this person because you had to.
Yeah.
Defend yourself, just like me. I've learned how to be responsible and take care of myself and not be abused.
Amen
right?
On that.
And a lot of people don't know how to respect themselves. To a certain extent. I mean, obviously it can go too much where like anybody says anything to you, you just get pissed off. But like to a certain point, it's like you gotta learn how to respect yourself so that people don't abuse you.
Yeah.
And out here, people take abuse all the time.
Yeah, they do. But
it's unhealthy.
But walking
it's not only just unhealthy for that person, but it's unhealthy for the abuser.
Yeah.
Like Harvey Weinstein. Think about Harvey Weinstein. He just did all that shit, because all these other people are like, oh, okay. Well, if I just sit here and not say anything, I'll be okay. And it's like, no. That will entice an abuser to abuse more. Because there's no repercussions.
Yeah. Because, that was strange for me because out of all, I done did security. You know my background.
Yeah.
But for him to come up in our face, that was like scary. And it's like he could have hit us with that phone.
Did y'all have security there?
No, we're the security there.
That's
the thing I was trying to explain. Like, customer service right now is the most dangerous job because it's like
you gotta be security too.
And she was like just sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? I said,
I'm customer service.
Yeah, I understand you need a job, but my life ain't worth all that. And Ron needed to take my picture out that phone.
Ron.
I made sure Ron took that. I said, I don't give a fuck. I get arrested today. I want my picture out there. I want her picture out that phone.
Yeah.
I said, you can have my full name. You can even know where I live. I wouldn't give two fucks. You pop your ass up at my house. But you gonna take my guy. Because the reason why I didn't want my picture in that phone, I might not have never seen Ron again. But what if I'm sitting somewhere and he's like, damn, that face looks familiar. And I have a familiar face. You're gonna know me. You're gonna see me. You want to be on some bullshit, Ron? I'm gonna bust back, Ron. I'm busting back, Ron. Like, I ain't tired. So I needed Ron to understand it. I made it very clear in that
fucking
elevator.
Ron,
I
you
bust
dumbass.
Back. I bust back, and then he was like, you lunatic. And then, what was
Right. I'm the lunatic.
Yeah, but when that man threw that motherfucking soda, like, I'm telling you, like, in 4 days, what was the craziest thing? A crazy lady came in trying to throw piss. Then we had one lady trying to do voodoo downstairs.
Oh, wow. Like an animal sacrifice?
Hell yeah! Now that's when I had to call like the police because she was trying to hurt her dog and.
Oh, geez, the dog?
Yes.
Get a rodent.
People are
get a bird.
fucking like even some of the people from our old job was like it's crazy up in here, and I was like y'all ain't goddamn like. Thank God I got sick. I ain't going back there for a while. Hell,
let's check out this article. AI, artificial intelligence, will take 20% of all jobs within 5 years. Experts explain how bots like ChatGPT will dominate the labor market. Isn't that crazy? Its abilities to write poems, screenplays, take exams, and simulate entire chat rooms have led some to suggest it could rapidly take over jobs in customer service, copywriting, and even the legal profession. Microsoft invested $10 billion in ChatGPT and said that the technology will change how people interact with computers. I believe that ChatGPT could replace 20% of the workforce as is, AI expert Richard DeVere, head of social engineering for Ultima, told DailyMail.com. ChatGPT is no fad, it's a new technological revolution. Robots aren't necessarily coming for your jobs, but a human with a robot will do. This isn't just a new fad like Bitcoin, NFTs, or smart contact lenses. This is happening and it's showing no sign of slowing down. DeVere continued, it won't be an overnight process where humans are automatically being replaced by robots. The first wave will be from less experienced people who are using AI tools to assist with their everyday tasks. Several companies are already offering artificial intelligence solutions to automate human jobs, such as Jounce AI, which promises unlimited free AI copywriting. The organization Do Not Pay is using ChatGPT to defend people in court against speeding fines. In the UK, ChatGPT was able to secure a place on a short list for a job interview. one of just 20% to do so by completing a writing task. DeVere said that he knows several people who are using the technology already in their jobs and warns that we are just at the start of the AI revolution. We're only just in ChatGPT's early stages. I dread to think that we could expect to see a specialist in AI and workforces do. The possibilities of the use cases with ChatGPT are endless. We've seen examples of people using the platform from everything to learning how to fix their car to writing explicit code for hacks. But DeVere said that contrary to some warnings about the technology, people in the creative professions should be safe in their jobs for now. He says that creative professionals should embrace the technology and use it to augment their own skills. People in creative professions needn't worry. Instead, they should embrace the developments. Yeah. These advancements are not removing creative individuals from the process, instead of only assisting and strengthening their own capabilities. One company that uses ChatGPT to automate some of its functions in this fintech company, Twig, which uses AI in marketing, finance, and other parts of the business. The company, which enables users to convert items such as clothes into money, uses ChatGPT as part of its service. Last year, we launched a haggle function powered by ChatGPT, which has been met with great enthusiasm and response by our employees and our audience. It's the future, and organizations will adapt their workforces around it. Yeah, I've heard this. Have you heard about ChatGPT?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And
let's check it out. Let's fucking do it.
Come on, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Try it. Do it.
Boop, boop, boop. Try ChatGPT. Watch the Matrix just pop up on my.
I ain't going through that loophole.
Log into AI. Oh, let's sign up.
To put a bullshit one.
Let's continue with Google. Let's go with this one. Connection is secure.
Ooh.
Continue. All right, get my number. Take my soul.
Why, Cody? Why?
Oh, God.
Go through the TV, Cody. Oh, God. God of mercy. What is the fuck, Cody?
This is a free research preview. Our goal is to get external feedback in order to improve our systems and make them safer. While we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally blah, blah, blah. Next. Conversation may be reviewed by our... Please don't share any sensitive information. Optimize for dialogue. Done. Okay. Examples. Let's go to an example here. Explain quantum computing in simple terms.
What?
I think it's computing. Oh. So the question is, explain quantum computing in simple terms, and it looks like it's writing a description of it. Okay, let's do our own. Stop Oh, shit. Stop. Clear conversation. Okay. What do you want to ask it? Let's think of a very specific question to ask.
How to prostitute for free.
All right.
Or how to prostitute. Let's use that one.
How do you prostitute for free? You're retarded?
I want to see how
Take a lead pipe to your skull. Okay. How do you prostitute for free? What is it?
Did it compute?
It's like prostitution is the exchange of sexual services for money or other forms of payment. If you were asking how to engage in prostitution without receiving payment, it would not be considered prostitution. It is illegal in many countries and considered harmful and exploitative. I would advise against engaging in any form of prostitution and instead seeking help and support from a trusted individual organization.
That's still bad.
But what if you still don't want money?
Did you just ask that shit there? Oh, it's trying to think.
If you don't want money, then engaging in prostitution would not be the correct term for it. However, it is not appropriate or respectful to use someone else's body for sexual gratification without their consent, regardless of whether or not money is involved. It's important to always obtain clear and enthusiastic consent from all parties before engaging in any form of sexual activity.
Oh, my ass ate from the back.
But what if you don't enjoy it?
Shut up. It gets better, doesn't it? Just give...
My account's going to get flagged.
Like...
If you don't enjoy sexual activity, it's important to respect your own boundaries and not engage in any activity that makes you uncomfortable or unhappy. This guy's going off. It is also important to communicate your boundaries clearly to any potential partners. It's also worth mentioning that engaging in sexual activity as a form of coercion or manipulation is not acceptable. Everyone has the right to make their own choices about their bodies and sexual activity, and it is never okay to pressure or force someone into a sexual situation they're not comfortable with. If you have any doubts or concerns about your own sexual desires, it may be helpful to speak with a therapist or counsel who can help you work through them.
Please think of another question, because he's angry. That little butt is angry.
What if I like my sexual desires?
Oh my God.
If you like your sexual desires, that is perfectly normal and healthy. Everyone has different desires and preferences when it comes to sexual activity, and it's important to understand and accept your own desires. It's also important to communicate your desires clearly and honestly without any potential with any potential partners and to respect their boundaries as well. It's important to remember that all sexual activity should be consensual, meaning that all parties involved have freely and enthusiastically agreed to participate. It is never okay to pressure or force someone into a sexual situation they are not comfortable with. It is also important to note that some sexual desires or fantasies may be illegal or unethical. And it's important to understand the laws and social norms in your community and to make sure that your desires do not harm yourself or others. If you have any doubts or concerns about your sexual desires, it may be helpful to speak with a therapist or counsel who can help you work through them.
Oh.
But what if But what if I still don't want money?
Your butt gonna go kick your ass.
As I mentioned earlier, engaging in, I'm going to frustrate the shit out of this. Engaging in sexual activity without receiving payment would not be considered prostitution. As prostitution is the exchange of sexual services for money or not forms or other forms of payment. However, it is important to remember that all sexual activity should be consensual, meaning that all parties involved have freely and enthusiastically agreed to participate. It is never okay to pressure or force someone, blah, blah, blah. It's also important to be aware of the laws and social norms in your community regarding sexual activity and to ensure that your actions are legal and ethical. Additionally, it's important to have a clear communication with your partner about your boundaries and expectations as well as to respect theirs. It's also worth noting that if you experience any discomfort or dissatisfaction with your current sexual desires or practices, it may be helpful to speak with a therapist or counselor who can help you work through them. But what about money?
but what about money? As I mentioned earlier,
prostitution is the exchange of sexual services for money. It's literally the same response. Okay.
What if I want to be a pimp?
But what if I want to be a pimp? Being a pimp or someone who engages or profits from prostitution of others is illegal in many countries and considered morally reprehensible. Pimping is a form of exploitation and abuse, and it is harmful to the individuals who are prostituted. Additionally, it's important to be aware that in most countries, prostitution is illegal, so managing or profiting from prostitution would also be illegal. I would advise against becoming a pimp and instead seek help and support from a trusted individual or organization if you find yourself struggling with the issues related to exploitation or abuse. It's also worth noting that if you're experiencing any discomfort, blah, blah, blah.
Wait. If you're also It's also worth nothing that if you're experiencing or any discomfort of dissatisfaction with your current desires or practices, it may be helpful to speak with a therapist or counselor who can help you work through them.
But what if I don't want money?
As I stated earlier. Oh my God.
If you don't want money, then it would not be considered pimping, as pimping is the act of profiting from prostitution of others. However, it is important to remember that managing or profiting from the prostitution of others is illegal and considered morally reprehensible in most countries.
Asking, could you pimp it? Can I pimp you?
Can I pimp you?
Oh, let's see what it is. What? See, it's stuck.
It's stuck. As an AI, I am not a physical being and cannot be prostituted or pimped. Additionally, as I previously mentioned, pimping is illegal and morally reprehensible. It is a form of exploitation and abuse. It is harmful to individuals who are prostituted. Oh my gosh. I am here to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have within my capabilities, but I should be used ethically and respectfully.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I will always respect you.
Baby.
I am an AI and do not have the capacity to be respected or disrespected.
Oh shit, you just said it. But wait a minute, you just said it. Wait a minute. You're confusing me.
However, I am programmed to help and assist others or users with their questions and concerns, and it's important to use me in an ethical and respectful way, as well as to respect the laws and social norms of your community. If you have any questions or concerns within my capabilities, feel free to ask me.
Ask you know how to do a reach around or like a...
Know how to do a reach around.
Wait!
He goes, it said this content may violate our content policy. If you believe this to be an error, please submit your feedback. Your input will aid our research in this area. The answer, AI goes, a reach around is a slang term for a sexual act in which a person stimulates another person's genitals with their hand while the other person is engaged in a different activity, such as masturbation or having intercourse. As an AI, I do not have the ability to engage in sexual activities and therefore cannot provide instructions on how to perform a reach around. I would advise against engaging in any form of sexual activity without obtaining clear and enthusiastic consent from all parties involved, and to always practice safe sex. Okay. Should I accept money?
For this reach around. God, it is. Oh my God.
Whether or not you should accept money is a personal decision that depends on your individual circumstances and belief. However, it is important to consider the laws and social norms of your community. Prostitution is illegal in many countries, and accepting money for sexual service could potentially lead to legal consequences.
Oh.
I wonder how long you can ask this AI illegal questions before the feds show up at your house.
Don't do it. Don't.
Let's start a new chat.
Okay, let's start a chat.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on. Delete that.
I'm crying.
Okay. New chat here. Think of another question. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. No illegal questions, okay. God, let's take the fun out of it, though.
Oh, you can ask some crazy questions.
Let me see. Is it hard to be transracial? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it hard to be transracial?
See what it's saying.
It is computing.
That thing don't even know what to say because it's just
Being.
being.
One word.
Being transracial.
Being transracial refers to a person identifying with a race different from the one they were assigned at birth. The concept of being transracial is controversial and not universally accepted, as it is often compared to the experiences of transgender individuals who face discrimination and marginalization due to their gender identity. However, many argue that being transracial is not the same as being transgender, and that a person's race is not something that can be changed or transitioned in the same way that gender can. Additionally, many people who claim to be transracial have been criticized for using this identity as a way to gain privilege or avoid facing the racism that people of color experience. It's a complex topic, and it's important to understand the experiences of people who are transgender and people of color.
But I know.
But I know I'm black.
As I stated earlier, what did you say, son? Oh my God. This is terrible. They should have never gave us this.
This is a toy.
Man,
If I was a kid, we'd be on ChatGPT all day.
man.
Identity is a personal and complex experience, and it is ultimately up to the individual to determine their own race and identity. However, it's important to understand that race is a social construct and that the experiences and privileges associated with a particular race are not solely determined by an individual's self-identification. Additionally, claiming a racial identity that is not aligned with one's physical characteristics or the racial identity assigned at birth can be seen as problematic, as it can perpetuate harmful stereotypes and undermine the experiences and struggles of people who are actually from that racial group. It is important to be aware of these nuances and to approach discussions of race and identity with empathy and understanding. What?
Can we go on Omegle?
Oh, is that the chat room? Oh my God.
Put your VPN. Let's go on Omegle real quick. Let's just do it.
Oh God. Everybody's gonna be whacking off, right?
No, not all the time.
What do women do?
I don't know.
It's always dudes. Right?
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That was, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead. Okay, prove it.
Well, I'd have to go on there.
Please, can we go on Omegle, please?
No.
Don't be a player hater. Oh.
Do black people
No, God.
hate white people?
Oh, here you go. And they were like, of
Let's see
course. As I
what this
stated
AI said.
earlier, everybody hates everybody. It's unethically immoral for you to hate anyone. Oh, my God. You going to get kicked out this goddamn chat.
We need to ask about Joe Biden, too.
What? No, not at all. Oh, God.
Compute. No, not at all. Not at all black people hate white people. That's a weird way to put it.
Wait.
Just like any group, the attitudes and beliefs of black people are diverse and cannot be generalized. Some black people may have negative feelings towards white people as a result of personal experiences or due to the systematic racism that still exists in many societies. However, many black people have positive relationships and interactions with white people and do not harbor feelings of hatred. It is important to understand that hate is a destructive and harmful emotion, and it is not productive to generalize or stereotype any group of people based on their race. People should be treated as individuals and judged based on their actions and character, not their race. It's also important to mention that the concept of race is a social construct, and racism is a systematic and institutionalized form of discrimination that has affected many communities of color, not only black people throughout history. Therefore, it is important to be aware of the history and context of racism and discrimination in order to understand the experiences of people of black color.
Cody, wait, let me
You got a good question?
Let's ask them a movie question.
Okay. What's the greatest movie of all time?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Let's do a new chat here.
Jesus. This is hilarious.
New chat. There we go. What is the greatest movie of all time? Oh shit.
Ben-Hur.
Let me rephrase this here.
Ben-Hur. I'm just going to say Ben-Hur. Hell, that's a good movie.
What is the greatest movie of all time? This okay.
Let's see what it guess. I'm going to just say Ben-Hur and 10 Commandments.
Charlton Heston movies.
Ooh, that's my man.
This is a subjective question. Opinions will vary. Some people may argue that films such as The Godfather, Citizen Kane, Casablanca, or Schindler's List are the greatest films of all time, while others may have different opinions. It ultimately depends on personal taste and what criteria one uses to evaluate a film. What criteria do you use?
I can't.
As an AI,
I do not compute these things, nor do I understand.
I do not have personal taste or feelings, but I give you a general idea of the criteria that people use to evaluate a film as the greatest of all time. Some of these include cinematography, visual storytelling, acting performances, direction, writing, historical performance or significance and cultural impact, relevance and resonance with contemporary audiences, awards and critical acclaim, box office success. It's worth noting that some people might prioritize some of these criteria over others. Some people might place more importance on the artistic and technical aspects of a film, while others might focus more on the film's cultural impact. Okay. What are the top 10 best movies of all time? Let's see. Don't give me no bullshit.
Babes in Toyland.
Babes in Toyland.
That's my movie. Cool World with Brad Pitt.
Cool World. That was a good one.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, right.
All
when
dogs.
was Cool? Was that 92?
Mm-hmm. 91.
And then
All Dogs.
Roger Rabbit was when?
89. Something
89.
like that. I think something like that.
Dang, this is the longest it's taken this thing to think.
Nothing But Trouble.
Who's that?
Chevy Chase. Demi Moore.
Oh, yeah, that's in the junkyard.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan
That's
Aykroyd.
my movie. Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
Literally, this thing has nothing to say. What are the top 10 best movies of all time?
It's tired of us, probably.
Again, this
He's
is
tired.
a subjective question, and opinions will vary. However, here are 10 films that are often considered to be among the best of all time by critics and audiences. Okay, here we go. Number 1, The Godfather. Number 2, The Shawshank Redemption. This is slow as shit. Number 3, Schindler's List. Number 4, Casablanca. Number 5, The Godfather Part 2.
That one was good, yeah.
Yeah. Number 6, Pulp Fiction. 7, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Whoa, yes.
Number 8, The Lord of the Rings.
Really?
The Return of the King, the third one. Interesting. Really? Number 9, Goodfellas. And number 10, Forrest Gump.
We should have guessed that.
But think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those movies were in the 90s.
Yes.
The 90s had great movies.
Yes,
that was like the last 90s and some, like the early 2000s. Great
I was
movies.
just telling somebody that they don't make good movies no more.
And then now it's all Marvel shit.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the top 10 best pornos?
Jurassic Holes.
Oh no, we had another violation. Why can't you ask that question?
It violates their
I
concept.
cannot provide a list of top 10 best pornographic videos as it goes against my programming to promote or share explicit content.
Okay, let's do top 10 songs. See if we can guess it.
Okay. However, I can recommend you to seek professional help if you are struggling with addiction. Okay. What are the top 10 greatest songs of all time?
I'm going to say Billy Joel, Piano Man.
Piano Man's in there? Okay.
I'm going to say that's my
Piano
opinion.
Man.
This is a difficult question. It depends on your taste and whatever.
I'm going to say Beach Boys songs in there. Oh,
Queen?
number 1, Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 2, Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan. 3, I Want to Hold Your Hand, The Beatles. 4, What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. 5, Billie Jean, Michael Jackson. 6, Imagine, John Lennon. 7, A Change Is Gonna Come, Sam Cooke. 8, My Generation by The Who. 9, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Rolling Stones. 10, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin. Well, we were wrong.
We were all... Piano Man's a classic.
Yeah. I would put Piano Man in over
The top 20.
Billie Jean.
They probably going by diamond status because I know
Like Billie Jean, not that great of a song, But the music video,
yeah, we're gonna say video
was a big thing, right?
Yeah, but I know the reason why, because it's on that diamond. But look at the years. 75, 65, 64. This is all 70s and 80s. Nothing past
180.
82.
Billie Jean, 82. I mean, the 60s and 70s were the best 2 decades of music.
Yeah, but like, are these diamond songs? Because I know anything Michael Jackson, all his shit is diamond.
Yeah. I saw this.
Beatles is diamond.
I saw the list of like Rolling Stones, like top 100 songs of all time. I think 50%, maybe 60% or something like that, high percentage, were 60s and 70s.
Really?
80s or decades, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one was 80s, a few in the 90s, and I think the only one from the early 2000s was Something I'm Crazy. What's that?
Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah, I think, yeah, okay.
Gnarls Barkley.
That one, I'm like, that one? Out of 2000s?
Gnarls Barkley, yeah.
That's crazy.
I think they came out in 05.
But anyways, all right, we're done with AI.
Jesus, take the wheel.
How one doomsday volcano off the coast of Indonesia could trigger chaos, and it's only a matter of time before it erupts. Wow.
Leave it the fuck alone.
I bet that land is up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you get some cheap-ass land.
Man. Well, what will it do if it erupts? Like, what's going to happen?
It currently lies dormant. It did experience a devastating eruption in 1006 that wiped out the entire existing Hindu kingdom that once lived in central Java. The volcano's last major eruption was in 2010, which sent a plume of volcanic ash more than 2,000 feet above the crater and killed 353 people.
Sweet, merciful Jesus.
Damn. They released a report detailing potential doomsday scenarios for when Mount Merapi awakens with rage. The ash cloud would be carried miles away from the volcano to various airports across Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore, halting all aviation activity. The region is one of the busiest airspaces in the world, while the aerial route between both cities alone comprising over 5.5 million seats per year, according to a 2021 study. This would pause tourism in all the countries, which would lose billions of dollars. It is a $3.35 billion industry for Indonesia alone. That's a lot of money. Damn. It's a big intersection.
Sweet Jesus.
It's wild.
Wow.
Let's see. Third, our bodies pile up on LA streets from overdose deaths.
That ain't nothing goddamn new.
Yeah. Third homeless person found dead outside business in Sherman Oaks as residents slam, quote unquote, third world city, but mayor claims affluent residents, quote, don't care about rough sleepers. Rough sleepers? Is that what they call homeless people?
Drugged out ones, apparently.
Rough sleepers. Yeah. They struggle with sleep.
That's bullshit.
Oh my God. After third world city. Where are our tax dollars going? Angela Marsden, the owner of the Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill in affluent Sherman Oaks, said, how do we normalize this? This isn't normal to me. This is as a woman. This is somebody's daughter, sister, dead on the street. The woman's death was third this week of a homeless person in the area. An estimated 40,000 people are homeless in Los Angeles. That's a shit ton. A city of nearly 4 million.
And what are they dying from? Fentanyl?
Maybe. In Los Angeles County, the number is closer to 70,000 and is up 4% since 2020. On the same day that the woman was found dead, LA Mayor Karen Bass told a conference that affluent residents in her city don't care about homeless people and just want to see them moved on or arrested. Last year, Bass declared a state of emergency on homelessness. Controversial programs initiated to tackle the issues included giving hotel and motel rooms to homeless people, spending millions on real estate in which to house the homeless, and rerouting taxpayer money in Bass's emergency fund. Damn, there's some crazy pictures, but that's what we're used to here. In total, there are around 100,000 unhoused people in California, with other high concentrations in the northern part of the state in cities such as San Francisco, where nearly 8,000 people are sleeping on the streets. Homelessness is hugely visible throughout California, with people living in tents and cars and sleeping outdoors on sidewalks and under highway overpasses. Marsden went on to describe their neighborhood where the median income is more than $200,000 per person. The average house price is over $1 million as a third world country, and described the area as hitting critical mass. She continued, "This is supposed to be an exclusive area of LA. We've had 3 dead bodies in a week, and we're still dealing with all the other stuff, the robberies, drug use, the mentally ill wandering around. They don't need a fancy condo. They need beds with therapists, with doctors, and tough love, caring love, meaning you're committed until you get clean. You're committed until you're taking your meds, and then we transition you into a safe space of housing."
Can I go back on something?
Yeah.
Back in the day? That's why they had asylums.
Right.
Now, when they close down all the asylums for the criminally insane or the homeless that are mentally ill, where do they have to go? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. They have no place to go.
They have nowhere to put people, so you can't keep confining. Not saying asylums aren't good, but they need to reopen up something like that.
They got to do something. Right.
But then it takes away what is that, civil right? I forgot, because people were they was experimenting on people in asylums and
yeah.
Because I tell people all the time, back in them 50s and them 60s, and I ain't even trying to sound cruel, I bet you it wouldn't be that much racism if you would have had all them homeless crazy people walking around the streets, because they would have been attacking everybody, whether you're white, black, blue, green, purple. Because you got to remember, people say, "Oh, it wasn't really crime like that back then." Of course not. You had all them people in there, and y'all was experimenting them, and there wasn't anybody who was like that on the streets back in the day. They put them in asylums.
Yeah, and there's just less of them.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But now, because there's no more of those.
I thought you needed to write something.
No, I was just doing that. Click it. Just my thing. It's just that's what I'm saying. They need to come up with something. But
this is how I see it. And I've listened to a lot of people talk about it. Mm-hmm. It's a mental illness thing that masks itself as drug addiction, right? So it's like you come from a family where either you develop mental illness or mental illness wasn't
treated properly.
Mm-hmm. And when you are mentally ill and you're suffering from depression and bipolar issues, you medicate yourself with drugs.
Mm-hmm. But where are they getting the drugs from?
And then thus get addicted to the drugs, right? Mm-hmm. And then obviously the drugs are coming in, right? Mm-hmm. So it's that combination of things that create homelessness. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Because people don't understand having a person shermed out and high off mollies trying to fight your ass in the house. You be scared. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, I didn't see good friends of mine high off drugs and they mind gone now, like homeless and just gone. You know, I mean, it is what it is.
Damn, look, crime in Los Angeles. Homicide is up 7.8%. This is as of December, the day before Christmas Eve.
That's the best time to rob somebody. All that money on the streets, everybody walking around.
Assault is up 7.7.
Damn.
Robbery is up 13.2. Hallelujah. Shooting victims up 0.8%. Rape's down. That's great.
That is awesome. Rape is down. Somebody want to be raped.
Total violent crimes up by 8.3%.
Around Christmas, though.
Yeah, that's the number one time,
that's
right?
Another dead person just laid out like that?
Dang.
Sweet.
Oh, that's the spot in Sherman Oaks.
Wait, scroll down. Merciful Jesus.
This is homeless or a homeless
some
body.
Clean ass shoes on.
Hollywood's Walk of Fame. That is kind of universal, right? There's a lot of good shoes on the homeless people.
Yeah, I'm just saying, not like that, but look at like them, not like that. He had some brand new shoes on. That means somebody was taking care of him in a way. I'm not saying it like that. He just, it's down. Jesus.
It's getting rough.
Wait, so it's fentanyl.
It has to be, right? Fentanyl is like getting crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay. How Disney lost its magic. Forced families to pay as much as $8,000 to visit the, quote, happiest place on earth. Ruined classic movies with woke warnings. lost, quote, "Don't Say Gay" fight with DeSantis, accused of not doing enough to weed out pedophiles. Okay. A century ago, Walt Disney started making cartoons for children, creating a world of magic that spawned blockbusters and resorts across the globe. But the happiest place on earth is now stripping middle-class families of as much as $8,000 to visit Disney World in Florida. Classic movies such as Dumbo and Peter Pan, which helped forge the studio's identity, are now tarnished by woke warnings over racism fears. New movies are bombing at the box office, and the woke ideology has left its board in disarray, on a collision course with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Bob Chapek was fired after taking on DeSantis over the, quote, "Don't Say Gay" bill, which literally never said anything about "Don't Say Gay."
What?
Yeah. Only to be sensationally replaced by Bob Iger, who resigned just 3 years before. Since losing more than $10 billion during the pandemic, shares in the company have dived by a third in the last year. Adding to its woes, the local sheriff has noted the continual appearance of Disney employees when pedophiles are busted in Polk County sting operations. Jeez. Is that it? Oh. Racism warnings slapped on classics' first ever openly gay character. Bombs at box office and movies are remade with diverse casts. Yeah, these movies are kind of starting to suck, huh?
Pretty much.
Interesting.
Lord.
Let's see here. Male menopause, the silent epidemic that leaves millions of men suffering from erectile dysfunction, depression, and rapid fat gain.
Wait, menopause?
That doesn't even make sense.
How can a man have menopause?
I think what they're trying to say is...
the testosterone is lowering?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Most of us are familiar with the menopause and the misery it causes for so many women. A successful recent awareness campaign by celebrities and doctors highlighted the change that more than a million U.S. women experience a year at around age 50 when their estrogen levels plummet and their reproductive years end. Now doctors want to draw attention to a silent epidemic that affects men with extremely low testosterone levels, the male menopause. Like with women, the term is used to describe the period in an adult man's life when his hormones crash, causing a host of symptoms that shatter sufferers' confidence or are outright debilitating, including erectile dysfunction, depression, anxiety, and rapid fat gain.
That's called being fucking lazy. Fucking menopause. Get your fat ass up.
Damn. Male menopause, which doctors admit is a bit of a misnomer, is medically known as andropause. Unlike menopause experienced by women, andropause is marked by a more gradual change. He says, in men, declining testosterone levels tend to occur more slowly and can present at any age, and most men are less likely to present with a sudden onset of low testosterone syndromes. I think the name hurts the chances for men to come in for care. The term may be considered emasculating to some, and these symptoms are often uncomfortable for men and to talk about at baseline. That being said, when patients do come in and I've diagnosed them, I call it menopause to get a smile out of them. Male babies are born with testosterone. Their T levels quickly increase during puberty, which causes boys to develop deeper voices, bigger muscles, and body and facial hair. The hormone is also helps the testes produce sperm, crucial for reproduction. Testosterone levels usually peak at around 20, followed by a slow descent through the rest of adulthood. At their highest, levels are between 300 and 1200. Once men hit their mid-30s, testosterone levels begin declining by at least 1% per year. Look at Bezos. He's on some juice.
He looks great.
Yeah, he looks great. That's testosterone replacement therapy. Jeff Bezos looking jacked.
That's what he's doing? That's great. Look at him. He looks good.
You getting jacked too? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to get on testosterone eventually.
Cody used to be buff.
Damn.
Like, like buff, like wrestler buff. When you used to wrestle.
Yeah.
And now you're a Ken doll. I seen that one picture, y'all said, damn, Cody, like, he used to be some ass. Like, you look like if Hulk Hogan had a fine ass son, that's you. Your ass, what the fuck you mean, bro?
Hey, brother.
Brother.
Oh, my God.
You don't even need to be. Wait, what's going on? Extra sway.
What?
U.S. is investigating the 2 cases of super strict gonorrhea. That's old as fuck.
This is an old one?
To me, because I know a lot of people that never got rid of their gonorrhea. Like,
really?
Yeah, that shit is like, you can't get rid of that shit. It's going to be like syphilis in a minute. It's resisting.
So they're saying it's a serious public health concern right now.
Yeah, because you can't, it's hard to get rid of it now.
Really?
Yeah.
There is no connection between the pair, which suggests the sexually transmitted infection is spreading.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wow. The head of the state's health department said the discovery was a serious public health concern. It is the first time super gonorrhea has been detected in the U.S. after the strain was also spotted in the U.K. and in Austria. Gonorrhea is the second most common STI in the U.S., with over 700,000 new cases detected every year. The disease can cause painful or burning sensation when urinating or an unpleasant vaginal discharge, though some patients are asymptomatic. If left untreated, the infection can lead to serious complications, including infertility and potentially life-threatening pelvic inflammatory disease in women. In pregnant women, it has also been linked to permanent blindness in newborns. Jeez! Cases are treated with an injection of the antibiotic cetirizine. I don't even know how you say it. Patients may also be offered antibiotics to take orally, like erythromycin or azithromycin and doxycycline. But Massachusetts health officials warned the strain that infected 2 of its patients showed signs of at least some resistance to almost every drug used to treat the bacteria. Dang. The first patient came to doctors complaining of urethritis, or inflammation of the urethra, the tube that carries urine through the penis and outside the body. The individual had no known contact with gonorrhea and also no history of recent travel. Testing showed they had gonorrhea, which was successfully treated with an injection of ceftriaxone. But further lab tests showed the strain had a reduced susceptibility to this antibiotic and was resistant to others used against the bacteria. It was also found to have the genetic mutation PIN-A60, which was previously been linked to that drug resistance by UK scientists. Massachusetts health chiefs say they also detected a second patient whose infection also had the PIN-A60 mutation, indicating antibiotics would be less effective. The individual was also successfully treated with ceftriaxone. A spokesperson for the state refused to confirm any additional details of the cases to CBS News, including the ages, sex, blah, blah.
But pause. They said that person caught it without sexual contact?
Yeah. Well, that's what he said.
He was using a dildo. That's like the two women, the 2 lesbian women who caught HIV from their sex toys.
Really?
Yeah, you could get STDs from not cleaning. He probably was using a sex toy.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? If he's saying he ain't been with somebody, and if you don't clean them things,
right?
But he probably was fooling with somebody. He just lying. You can't just magically catch gonorrhea like that. But
exactly,
you probably used it on somebody and didn't clean it properly, because that bacteria can live in that plastic.
Yeah,
you don't clean it. Talk about you. Shit. You just magically got it, huh? You just like them damn. Was you fucking on a koala?
Right.
You know they carry that. No, they carry chlamydia. I'm sorry. Just like turtle herpes.
Koalas?
They carry chlamydia.
Damn. All right. Lisa Marie Presley's ex accused her of using Scientology fair game tactics, where an enemy may be lied to, cheated, tricked, or destroyed by any means to avoid paying $40,000 a month child support. Papers filed just before her death reveal. Dang.
What kid?
Michael Lockwood, 61, said that Presley, with whom he shares twin daughters, was employing, quote, fair game tactics to thwart his attempts to make her pay $40,000 a month in child support. $40,000 a month? Mm-hmm. These kids, what are they doing? He said fair game meant that, quote, any enemy may be lied to, cheated, tricked, or destroyed by any means without discipline. And Presley, who renounced Scientology, was deploying it on him. Lockwood wrote that he had spent $1 million on legal fees battling with Presley and that he may have to declare bankruptcy because of the strain on his finances. The filing gives a new insight into the pressures that Presley, 54, the only daughter of Elvis Presley, faced in her final weeks. Dang. Dude's got a coonskin hat on.
Well, he's going to be fine now. Because he's going to get those kids, you know what I mean, that inheritance and all that.
Presley died last Thursday after suffering a cardiac arrest at the $4 million Calabasas home she shared with her first husband, Danny Kehoe. Her 14-year-old twins, Finley and Harper Lockwood, and her daughter, Riley Kehoe, 33, are refusing to return there because they are so traumatized by her death. A funeral service is due to take place on Sunday at Graceland, Elvis Presley's estate in Memphis, Tennessee. She was buried in the grounds next to her son, Benjamin, who committed suicide in 2020 on Thursday. Lockwood, a musician who was Presley's fourth husband, lost his 2016 bid in their divorce to undergo their prenup, but he reopened the case in 2021. In court papers, he demanded that she pay $40,000 a month in child support and claimed that she was hiding her assets. The latest filing was added to the court docket in Los Angeles on December 28th when Lockwood accused Presley of using shell companies to hide her assets. He alleged that she failed to hand over basic financial paperwork so that her actual wealth would be assessed by a forensic accountant he had hired. Lockwood, who has custody of the twins, included a bill from his lawyers Yanni and Smith, which ran to $48,000 to show how expensive it had been to battle with Presley. He wrote, I have had to change attorneys more than 3 times, and I still owe my prior attorneys for my invoices that I do not know how I will ever be able to pay and may have to discharge in bankruptcy. With this history, I have incurred over $1 million in legal fees. I have incurred well over $400,000 to $500,000 just fighting the malicious, frivolous, and false allegations against me in both the dependency court and before this court. This is exactly what petitioner has tried to do. She has put me in debt, defamed me, tried to take my children away from me, and it is now that I am finally restoring my name and relationship with my children after many years of alienation and, quote, fair game tactics. Lisa Marie claimed in 2017 that she discovered, quote, disturbing and inappropriate photographs of children on Lockwood's computer.
Why he ain't in jail?
Damn. Quote, I was shocked and horrified and sick to my stomach. My understanding is that Tennessee law enforcement is also conducting an investigation related to the photos and videos that I discovered. Lockwood was never charged. The twins were briefly placed in care of California's Department of Children and Family Services before Lisa Marie's mother, Priscilla, took them in.
Look at her. Oh, wait. Look at her until she was sickly.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby. Oh, that was her grave?
Elvis.
Vernon Elvis Presley. That must be her son. Or the mama. His mama.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they all buried out there. But you know that why they did that, right? Why they got a family plot there to avoid taxes.
Lockwood said that Presley was raised in a particular belief system, a thinly veiled reference to Scientology, which she joined at age 11 and left in 2014. Presley turned against the belief and was due to be the star witness in the rape case retrial of that 70s show star and Scientologist Danny Masterson.
Jesus.
Lockwood wrote, it is inevitable that she still holds some of the beliefs of that belief system, especially the fair game practice, which involves targeting enemies by ruining reputation and doing other unethical behaviors. According to the fair game practice, an enemy may be lied to, cheated, tricked, blah, blah, blah. I believe this is exactly what Presley has done to me during our legal proceedings with the willing assistance of her current counsel. In an interview with Leah Remini, the actress and former Scientologist who has become one of the most vocal critics of the religion, said that fair game was carried out by its Office of Special Affairs. She said the office was dedicated to anyone telling the truth about Scientology, and that fair gaming says that anyone who is speaking out against Scientology is to be fair gamed, and that means to be utterly destroyed. Dang. This could be physically or mentally, and it means to find out person seeks to protect and go after it. If you can cost them their reputation, their job, their family. Damn.
My Lord.
Hey, wouldn't it be crazy if you dated somebody from the Church of Scientology?
Remember when I went to the casino, the Saboba Casino?
And you had those people coming at you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You don't remember me telling you that? When I went out there and it was creepy as fuck and there was a man walking down the street with bananas? This is like a year or two ago.
Really?
Oh, and I went, Saboba's owned by the Scientology. Remember I told you we went down the Riverside and we went to we passed the Scientology thing. It's like deep in the woods. They own a casino
in
called
Vegas.
No, it's in Riverside.
Riverside.
And it's called Saboba Casino, and they're deep in the woods. They have a farm and everything. It's like it is beautiful. The Scientology, the head, and they have their motion picture studio all on that lot. But we went to their casino. We got invited. What happened was, my friend's brother moved out to Riverside. They wanted to go to a casino, so they decided not to go to San Manuel. So they went to Saboba.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, "Oh, Saboba be hidden." I bullshit you not. We went in there. There was people like left and right hitting for 30, 40 bands, $12,000. Like nobody was losing in that bitch. It was like loose slots and everything, right?
Shit.
And the weird thing about it was we heard like people walking on top of our roof for no reason. The staff was super fucking nice. Like, you want to know where the like who walks up and asks you want to know where the vending machine is? It's right down the hall to your left. And I made sure when we went to sleep, I put a door, like a chair on the door. It was just fucking creepy. And everybody kept winning. Everybody in there was winning like a motherfucker.
Wow.
I won like 5,000, and I only put 500 in the machine. I knew I was gonna get it back, but because I always play max bet. But it was just crazy, and like the guy I went with, he won 25,000. His brother won 15,000. We stayed the whole weekend. His brother went so regularly, he won over $300,000 at that casino. And still wins every week when he go. I'm not lying. I'm not promoting them, but I think that's how they be getting people to join Scientology, because they own that. If you look, it's on the Indian reservation, but they own it, and it's the only. And I've never heard of Saboba. And when I mean that place be packed, it's beautiful, but it's weird as hell.
Damn.
And it's deep in the heart of the Scientology thing, like deep in there. You got to pass and how we knew they owned it. You have to pass through the whole Scientology place.
Yeah.
You have to go through there literally to get to the casino. And it's like another 30 miles out.
Right. They probably stop you in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make sure you grown.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. And when you go past the Scientology place, it has a big old pretty S in old British writing. Like, it look like a beautiful prison.
Really?
Look it up. It's beautiful. It's like a castle. It's in Riverside, California. The head of the main head, they be having homeless people stay out there. Like if you homeless and you want to join Scientology, you can't just walk. Like once you in there, you can't just leave, and they give you like an allowance.
Damn.
Tiffany Haddish dumb ass went out there. They kicked her ass out. She had to not to call her dumb ass, but she was staying there with her stupid ass, and she was like, "I'm ready to go." Because she couldn't leave when she wanted to. You can't just leave that place.
Right.
They have. I'm telling you, it's weird. So weird there.
Check this out. Dakota Johnson made a joke about the Army Hammer cannibalism scandal as she spoke at a dinner to kick off the Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah. The 33-year-old actress speaking at the A Taste of Sundance dinner at the Basin Recreation Fieldhouse was presenting the Luca Sundance Institution International Icon Award after working with him on films such as A Bigger Splash and Suspiria. Johnson, who has gained viral notoriety for an awkward 2019 exchange with Ellen DeGeneres, joked that the acclaimed director had attempted to cast her as the Peach in the acclaimed film Call Me by Your Name. Okay. She made the joke, Luca had asked me to play the role of the Peach, but our schedules conflicted. Thank God, because then I would have been another woman that Army Hammer tried to eat. Jesus. That's pretty good.
Such taboo.
That's pretty good.
That wasn't even offensive. Those are fucking facts. Like, those are big fucking
Dude,
facts.
isn't that crazy?
It is. Motherfuckers, look.
That Army Hammer, like, it's such a, like, that stuff's true. Like, people are into that shit.
Of course.
And then people dismiss it. Oh, no, they're not.
Think about it. If whoever wrote this was offended by someone telling you they ain't trying to go buy another fucking cannibal, motherfucker, you a cannibal too.
Exactly.
What fucking normalcy? Oh, let me just get up and go over to that guy's house that love to peel skin.
Yeah.
You better watch American Horror Story Asylum. Remember,
Right.
Skin, what was his name? What was that? Skin Face, when he was acting all cool, the doctor, and he kidnapped
I can't remember that.
Oh my God, it's like that. Cannibalism is real. We just don't talk about it anymore. Because
Right.
it's such, if you talk about taboo things, you lose your job, your house, your dog, your cat.
Yeah.
You can't be taboo. You cannot joke about being a peach. And think about Army Hammy eating you. That is so fucked up, Cody.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at that. You're gonna lose your job.
Yeah. By the way, come over. I'm having human.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
That iconic scene from Hannibal when he was in the orchestra watching that man and he was nervous.
Yeah.
Everybody started eating his ass at that dinner table.
Yeah.
There's Hannibals out there. Y'all just don't know about them. Hell, your neighbor could be one.
Right.
Fucking dog coming up.
But you've heard of people saying that the most ethical thing that you can do is clone your own flesh, like your own muscle meat. You know that's what they want to do, right?
I don't give a shit.
They want to clone their own muscle meat, all right? So that the meat that you eat is your own. So you get muscle tissue samples, you put it in a petri dish in a lab, and then you grow the tissue so that you have a supply of meat to eat by not killing an animal.
Where do they do this at?
Probably somewhere in Silicon Valley.
I believe that. And I won't be going there. And if I have to be forced
to stay out of that valley.
Nah, 'cause back in the day, that used to be the huge porn area. Used if you want to.
Was it San Francisco?
Maybe.
I don't know.
If you wanted to get down, you went to Silicon Valley. Like if you want to do, because I have
really?
an old friend of mine.
Not the Valley here, but it is. It is the Valley here.
But I was gonna tell you, I have a friend. If you ever want to interview him, he was a big porn producer. He did Mr. Marcus, Pinky. He got rich.
Are these 80s or 90s movies?
No, like Jenna Jameson. Like he was like
Jenna Jameson's
producer. He did mostly all the. His name is Steven. Like
Steven.
Big. I met him. And the crazy thing about it, he had so much fucking money. He lived, and you won't believe this.
Well, that was when they were making a shit ton.
Do you know where he lived and how I met him? Okay, so like I make the story short. Back in the day, Black People Meet used to pop, and it used to be a lot of rich like.
That's a website.
Okay. Black People Meet is still, but back in the day, back like in 2006.
Yeah.
I didn't know how influential it was, I guess, for rich Black people to be on there. So it was a lot of movie directors, Black movie directors. And Steven, I'm going to tell you about him off camera. He told me he was a director. He's still a friend of mine to this day. Dude had Porsches. He had Bentleys. But do you know where he lived at? He lived down the street from my mom. He lived on 42nd and Fig. Like in the hood, and had a beautiful historic house in the hood, and he did porn. Like I was just making a point. Like he was telling me he did all his filming, because when I went to his house, he had one room showed to all the movies that he did, and he also did some of the Jerry Springer stuff.
Okay.
Showtime After Dark. He still does. He took his money. He's in real estate now, but he could tell you like he's a great person to give you them damn porn stories. He was the one. Now let me not say. Well, I'm gonna say I won't say his last name, but he was the one that was talking about Mr. Marcus. I'm sorry, Mr. Marcus, about the STD he can't get rid of. Like,
then he just outed Marcus.
Man, look, because he was telling me how they wouldn't test people back then like that for sick. Because I think Mr. Marcus, if I'm not mistaken, I think he has syphilis. That's why he doesn't do porn anymore. Like passing around syphilis like crazy, not testing women for syphilis, and
jeez,
it was just like. And the Valley is like back in the day when you wanted to make that money, that bread for like. I got offered to do breast videos, like 5 bands back in the day. You don't have to show your face.
Oh, I need me some tits.
Man, look, you could go put some pillows in there. Shit ain't gonna gnaw me like.
Yeah, they won't even ask now.
They won't even ask now. Like, but back in the day, they like, you know how, like I told you when we were on the way, like I used to know where all the little secret sex places is. So all my friends were freaks.
Yeah,
and they would be like, hey, if you ever want to hustle or you need some money, like back in the day, we all used to want to get our own place. We always used to find ways to hustle some money.
Right.
And I had a friend that was a Blade Runner, and she knew where to
a Blade Runner. Okay.
Because I have to watch. I don't need feds knocking on my door. Like, okay, you know where some hoes at? Like, that's part of.
They're like, can we hang out with them?
Go ahead, you might. And she knew where the money was and the Valley. So everybody was coming out here to Sherman Oaks. Everybody go to the Sherman Hotel.
Yeah,
that's still popping down the street.
Yeah.
That used to be the spot where all them rich people would be. He don't work there no more, but I knew a cybersecurity person who was over the bank, the U.S. bank. I was screwing him, beating him too. I met him through her.
Complete submission, huh?
Man, I beat that motherfucker's ass so goddamn bad. He called the cops on himself. That's how delirious he was.
I wanted her to do it.
He did.
But I'm calling you guys now.
Yeah, and then he got married. And you know what was funny?
All right. I hope they're happy.
No, the funniest shit was I was downtown in his job. That's when he was still with the bank.
Yeah.
And I was on 7th and Fig just going to get some, because I was working in the area then.
Yeah.
I seen him. He was with his wife. He started breaking down crying. I don't want to be with her anymore. I miss you. Like, I'm like, dude, go back. His wife was like, who the fuck are you? I said, I used to beat the fuck out of your husband before he was your husband. Do you know what type of shit I used to be in?
No. I'm surprised every day we talk about it.
Fuck you, Cody.
I don't know what's going to come out of your mouth ever.
Me? I'm sorry.
Ever.
I'm going to be ladylike.
No, I'm not telling you to be different. I'm always shocked.
Because I used to be on dating sites really bad, so people don't understand. Plenty of Fish is filled with a lot of people out in San Fernando Valley.
Plenty of Fish?
Plenty of Fish. It has a lot of rich, bored people. Now it's a lot of
that's a
African
dating website too.
Yeah, a lot of African scammers now, but a lot of back in the day used to be a lot of rich, bored people out this way.
Wow.
Had fun.
All right, check this out. This is going to be controversial.
Uh-oh.
Trans dad reveals how they fell pregnant from one-night stand while on a break from testosterone drugs after a 9-year transition. That is the most convoluted statement. I don't feel like a woman, but it doesn't mean I can't take advantage of my organs.
Call the police. You just wanted a baby. You just wanted a free baby.
Come on.
You just want a free baby. I don't give a fuck who get offended. That's some real shit. You went and had unprotected sex with somebody that you the one night stands means you ain't gonna never see that more. So you just had you wanted that baby. That was a setup on that
trans
person.
dad. Anyways, this article right here.
Oh no.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Them motherfuckers is going down.
Okay, a trans dad has revealed how they gave birth to their first child in 2020 following a one night stand. Born with female reproductive organs, no shit, 36-year-old Danny Wakefield, who lives in Seattle, presents as transmasculine, meaning they do not identify as a woman. They identify as non-binary and uses they-them pronouns. Thanks for confusing me more. After deciding to stop using testosterone drugs 2 years ago, Wakefield suddenly found themselves pregnant. Themselves. Yeah, the pronouns are... Okay, an increasingly common occurrence among transitioning women in the U.S. Yeah.
Oh, God.
A common occurrence. Despite identifying as a masculine, Wakefield continued with the pregnancy, embracing the roles of both mother and father simultaneously, and now preaches on social media that even with certain sex organs, a woman can be a father.
Leave me alone. End this right now. Stop.
Leave me alone.
Just leave me alone. How do you deliberately stop taking your testosterone medicine and then have a one-night stand?
I was born with female reproductive organs, so what that means is when a doctor saw me, they said, hey, this is a girl. When my parents saw me, they said, hey, this is a girl. And when society saw me, they said, hey, this is a girl. But when I really, truly stopped and started to see myself, I said, hey, I don't feel like a girl. More like a boy than a girl, so I transitioned genders, but I knew that I always wanted to carry my own child.
See?
Just because I didn't feel like a woman or a girl doesn't mean that
you just want a baby. It's okay.
The body organs that I was born with, so
you
I decided to wait to carry Wilder until I transitioned genders, so I could feel at home in my body, so that my baby too could feel at home in my body. I'm Wilder's dad. I'm Wilder's papa. I'm not Wilder's mama, but I was given the gift of being able to carry my child, and so I did. That's how I'm a dad.
I'm happy for you, but you scam somebody out of a baby. Or y'all lied and just said, basically, I think they probably wanted to beat, and this is just, I don't give a fuck who get mad. You wanted to beat the adoption process. Who in their right mind is going around having unprotected sex in 2023? You want AIDS? You want something you can't get rid of?
Apparently a lot of people.
Man, people don't believe that shit. People be thinking that shit don't exist. I don't play that shit.
I don't understand that either. Yeah, I think kids nowadays weren't raised with the scare that we were raised with.
People like, oh, because it's that, I don't want to go, that's more off record, because I don't need people saying, oh, I don't feel like fucking nobody up. AIDS exists. I don't give a fuck how much motherfucking prep they give you. Fucking, cause I don't even want to talk about it, because if I ever have sex with somebody and be in a relationship with me and they don't tell me they got HIV, and they take a motherfucking prep or whatever it is to hide that shit, I'm going to jail for the prison for the rest of my motherfucking life.
I'll lose it. I would make sure someone gets a blood test.
No, I would
if
do
I
that.
was ever single again.
Yeah, I would. No, that's
always.
Off bad. I do that anyway. I told you I keep a kid at home. Like I got
to test the person.
Yeah, I sure in the fuck do.
I didn't know they were tests.
Quick. They have Quick. That shit really legit. Because I have a cousin that is gay and he has HIV. Not saying all gay people have that. Just shut up, y'all, because I want to hear that bullshit. And
it's just more prevalent within that community.
I wanted to know how strong those tests was, and he was like, "That's an accurate test because he uses it." And he showed me it even detects if you have HIV-1. Like that's how sensitive it is. That shit
not
really,
full blown AIDS.
Yeah, if you got this shit, well, like, but that shit will test even if you have AIDS. That should be like super, super positive. But it teaches you, it tests for HIV. So you picture being in somebody your house and somebody tests positive for HIV. That's a hard pill to tell somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't like when I see a video like that of a trans. What is
I think
it?
it's the way
Hold
they
on, is
went
it
about
trans
it,
man?
I want to be respectful. All I'm gonna say is I'm happy you had your baby, but it's the way you presented it, like you said it was a one night stand. Or you could have just kept that conversation to yourself. Like it ain't that deep. Like you had a baby, we proud of you. I'm glad you're a papa, and you're encouraging that trans people can have a baby. That's fine, but I feel like the storyline could have been better. You lying about something, so you just randomly went and fucked somebody without a condom. Now you promoting unsafe sex. You're glorifying it. Yeah. You ain't even about the baby. You know what I mean?
So think about this.
I don't want to hear that shit.
But think about this. She transitioned to a man. Mm-hmm. She's now trans masculine. Mm-hmm. And she had sex with a man. Mm-hmm. So there's dudes out there that are in to women who present themselves as females.
Yes.
No, women who present themselves as men.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Cody.
But it
behooves you.
Behooves me. Yeah.
Been going on for a long time, Cody.
Yeah.
Especially when some men get out of prison and they go fuck on women that are, I don't want to say offensive words, but women who identify as men. That man is just gay and he don't want to admit it. That's just like when a straight dude has sex with a woman that identifies as a man. Same thing. Like if you're a straight man, to me, my opinion, if you're a straight man and you're sleeping with a woman that you know is a stud,
which is actually a dude.
Yeah, that's a woman
that's
trying to become a man or is a man.
Right. So this scenario.
Yeah. That's gay. You're gay. Straight up. Like some dudes, like in my community, some dudes do that down low route. Like they'll be like, oh, that's like a homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you get what I'm saying? I know somebody right now finding a motherfucker will bend you over in a minute and got a whole family.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, I know that exists. But then I think it's
but it exists.
It's really fascinating to see this person talk about it because like it's she says she's never identified as she's never felt like a girl, but how do you know what it feels like to be a boy? You know what I mean? Like that's like where the argument, like from the very jump, it doesn't make sense because I could never know what it actually feels like to be a woman. Right?
Okay.
I could think I might know.
Okay. Well, can I say something?
Do you think you feel like a dude?
When I'm beating some ass.
Right. Okay.
Whooping ass.
But
I identify as a woman.
But there's no way that you could actually know.
Okay, can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead. No, don't say it. Just say it.
Genetics is funny. Right?
Pretty straightforward.
Genetics is a funny thing, right? And this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
I can't tell somebody how they feel and I can't tell somebody how they think, but back in the day, you ever just see a kid? It's weird. Like, I have cousins and I used to see when they were like 3 years old. Maybe it was because I don't want to be, it's a taboo subject. Don't hate me. I'm just going by my opinion.
Yeah.
Only you know what you feel inside. So I have a cousin who was always feminine, like always felt like a girl. he was around dudes all the time. Like my grandmother would try to, break him out of that. Because back in the day, church people didn't play all that.
Yeah.
And my cousin swears up and down since he was a little boy that he always felt like he was a girl. He identifies as a woman. You know what I mean? And people, I feel like you just, in my opinion, you just know. Like, can't nobody tell you how to feel. Like, I can't tell somebody they don't feel like a man because they might genetically, their hormones might have them thinking like there's some women that carry a higher testosterone. Like, not bringing up, I'm not gonna say her name. I have a friend. Bullshit, you're not. Went to high school with her, got married. Hate telling her business, but she couldn't get pregnant for shit. Couldn't get pregnant. She grew hair. They tried to say she had PCOS and all this old shit going on. She went to a regular doctor. She had to get this really special, like, insurance, expensive ass insurance. Come to find out, she had more male testosterone than she did female. And she was very manly.
She had more testosterone than she did estrogen.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't know that. Hey, but point being,
then probably a regular woman.
Yeah,
normal
and basically
level.
She was married and everything to a man. She identifies as a woman.
Yeah,
but I said, did you ever feel like a man? She said sometimes she felt extra strong. Genetics, you know what I'm saying? But she had to go get treatment.
Yeah.
She looks more, and she's got 3 beautiful kids now. But I'm just saying, genetics can make you feel a certain way.
Hormone levels are all over the spectrum. You see dudes who are like super jacked dudes.
Yeah.
And then you see Jeff Bezos without testosterone, and you're like, are those like you see Shaquille O'Neal, and then you see me, and you'd be like, are these the same? Is this the same thing? And they're not. Well, they are, right? We are. We're both men, but we've got different levels of all kinds of shit. Yeah. Right.
But as far as knowing how someone feels, like if they identify as a woman or a man, I don't know. But you'll know if you know. I mean, shit, like me, I know I'm a woman, but I can never tell you how you feel as a man.
But right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I can never tell you really what it feels like to be a woman.
I sure can't.
I just can't.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's no way that you could know.
I feel like the world don't like the truth no more.
No.
And that's what council culture is for. And that's why I was saying 2023 is going to be about truth and whooping ass. Because if you, word of advice to anybody, if you're going to have a podcast, you better make sure you put you some motherfucking money up.
Yeah.
And you better be prepared for whatever come the fuck up out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You gonna lose jobs because podcast.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying, y'all? Yeah. That's why I said 2023 going to be about telling the truth and kicking ass, because people can't handle the truth.
But also, the truth is what people want.
Do they, Cody? I don't believe that.
A lot of people do.
It wouldn't be council culture if the truth was, because people don't have an opinion anymore. Like, we talking about that. I remember when we first started this podcast.
Yeah. There's some people out there that want the truth.
I had to dig on this one girl, and I think I talked about it. It was this one girl, I thought she was grown.
Yeah.
She kept going around lying, saying we were talking about some crazy shit. And I straight went on her page, got her IP. This is how I knew she was under 18. Because I'm telling you, if she would have been over 18, she lived in LA. I would have popped up at her house and beat the fuck out of her, because she started spreading all these rumors and doing blogs about, like, she was going deep into this shit.
Right.
But I said, fuck, she's a kid. She ain't got shit to do.
Yeah.
So point being, I'm just warning people.
Yeah.
I was telling people, like, this one dude was like, I want to start a podcast to talk about this. And I said, dude, people will get on the internet. Like, there's this thing, an app called Bigo. I'll show you some clips from Bigo. That's how the dude who started that cult, there's a BBW cult. People will find your addresses and come to your house, have police. That shit ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah.
That's why when I was saying that man taking our picture at work,
right? How
I had to be assertive and make him. That ain't okay.
Yeah.
So when you do these podcasts, you gotta. I hate to say it, you gonna either you gonna have to not give a fuck what come up out your mouth, and ride with it, or be prepared to have your whole life taken from you, because people don't want to hear the truth. Like that right there. I'm happy that this person had their baby and all that, but the way they went about lying is manipulative. Like, you stopped your hormone therapy. Just say you went to go fuck on a friend, and that friend gave your motherfucking ass a baby, and you wanted to be a mother so you could still identify as a dad. Ain't nothing motherfucking wrong with that.
Right.
But stop fucking saying,
be a mother, but identify as a dad.
You say you want to be a mother, but you're a daddy.
But yeah, and look,
it is what it is.
Shit. Apparently this person feels this way, Danny.
I'm happy for Danny, but Danny needed, the storyline should have been way motherfucking different than that. I'm sorry.
But it's it's
That's
very.
True. You wanted some dick.
It's he was still
And your
wanting some dick.
coochie.
But what I'm thinking about is the child that this person's going to raise.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Well, this person will be teaching that child that he could possibly not, like if it's a boy, that boy, it could possibly be a girl. And what's going on right now is they're legalizing gender transformation for underage kids.
Okay.
So that's the real problem. If you want to do it as an adult, that makes sense because you're cognitively aware of way more, right? Now we can argue on what age you're actually an adult, right? That's something else. That's another topic.
Right.
But if we've said it's 18 and you're under 18, how can a child make a fully aware decision on what they actually are? And the problem is, a lot of some people have been doing this, and that now they're regretting it as an adult. And they've come out and been like, "I thought I was a boy when I was younger. I had a community of people around me, acknowledging me and supporting me, like you be you. You know, we support you being you." And they're like, "I needed an adult telling me, no, you're not. This is a phase of adolescence. This is going through puberty. You feel like an outsider. Maybe you're not popular. Maybe you're not getting attention from the opposite sex like you would hope. And so you feel, well, maybe I am the opposite. You know, you're a kid. Your mind is all over the place. You don't have an adult's mind yet. And so, you know, they regret going through the gender transfer or the hormone therapy. And that's sad because hormone therapy is irreversible, especially for women, right? So when a woman gets on a high dose of testosterone, their Adam's apple grows, their voice deepens. I mean, their bone structure, their bone density increases. Like you see a lot of female bodybuilders with that very masculine jawline. That's what happens. Like your bones actually grow differently. Your bone density increases. Did you know that?
No, that's
Isn't
why
that
I'm
wild?
like, that's why I'm like, damn, Cody. Like, there's certain things like I gotta think about because that
there's a lot to think about.
Yeah, I like with the thing with the kids. Okay, I'm gonna just be old.
And those are two different topics,
no,
right?
I know.
As an adult, if that's what you want to do,
I
you
think
can do
should
that,
give
right?
a kid a chance.
But don't force other people to do it.
Yeah, I
but
think
for
a kid should have a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
give it a chance.
So then the argument is, why, quote unquote, make this child suffer?
Do you feel they suffer?
Well, here's the thing. I suffered from a lot of things when I was a kid, but that's part of being a kid, right? If you're not the coolest person in class, you're going to suffer from insecurity, lack of confidence. You might get bullied. But does that mean that you should jump on testosterone at 12 to like get more jacked than your classmates to feel better?
You know what, Cody?
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I'm gonna say this.
I mean, there's no like end to this argument,
It
but
ain't.
it's a conversation that needs to happen
Yeah.
instead of being people getting mad at you for even bringing up these ideas.
First of all,
Right.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody got mad at me for bringing it up, but I'm gonna say it very nicely, very respectfully. We can always come back to this, but let me find a way to give my opinion
Yeah.
because I don't feel like shooting people in the ass and stabbing people for their violent acts, walking up, acting stupid.
Right.
I want to think thoroughly of my answer on that, and we can always come back to that because I want to be respectful because people will fuck you up. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it, but I am worried about it. So
But the way I presented things is respectful.
it is, but
Because
people are
if you're an adult and you want to do that,
yeah.
then I'm not telling you don't do it, and I'm going to do everything I can in my power to not let you do it. No, if you want to do that and you think it's best for you, then and the laws allow you to do that, then go ahead. You live your life and let me live mine. Right?
Right. Right.
But then when it comes to kids, it's something different.
I know, Cody.
You know?
And I was just saying, as for me.
Yeah, for sure.
When we come back on that.
You ain't got to say shit.
No, I do want to chime on stuff like that. But like I said, I want to be respectful, because when I say what I say, I want to mean what I say.
Absolutely.
So if somebody walk up on me, I'm gonna be like, I said what the fuck I said.
And being more informed is always helpful.
And the thing about it is, like, I'm learning pronouns, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm trying to be so respectful. I don't understand the shit. I'm trying.
An error occurred. I asked ChatGPT if Joe Biden is sexy.
They banned your account.
Did they?
Why they won't let you?
No, I'm logged in. Let's see. Are carrots good for self-defense? Damn. What's going on here?
Told you your shit got banned.
They banned me already.
They banned you. Hey, go back. See if you got an email or refresh the screen. Oh, I'm dead.
Okay. Is Joe Biden sexy? Okay, here we go.
Back. We're back.
I am an AI and do not have the ability to perceive physical appearance or sexual attraction. It would be inappropriate to make a comment on someone else's physical appearance.
That's considered inappropriate?
It's weak.
Is it wrong to slap the shit out of a bitch? Put that. I am an AI, but it is wrong to illegally slap any female or male or anybody who identifies.
Violence is never an appropriate response and is illegal in most places. Everyone has the right to feel safe, and it is important to treat all people with respect and dignity. If you feel like you need help managing your emotions or behavior, I would recommend seeking professional help. All right, well, that was a good episode. I think we should title that Madam Grace, complete submission.
Volume 1.
Cool. All right.
Right.